My next guest is a man that's going to put together some grooves that'll make you want to move. Put your hands together for Mr. King. Ooh, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Birdland. It's your man here, King Brodie. I have a special guest in here today. But before I say that, let me introduce you to the Knight of the Kingdom, the man behind the sound table, DJ Rock Nice. Go ahead, get your applause in there.
It's gonna be something special today.
We got DJ Rock Nice extra proud today because
I'm saying it once.
with your chest.
Yes.
We got another brother in here this evening. I'm actually proud, but not as proud as DJ Rock Nice. We got a man who is the coach. Oh no, you want me to let you do it?
No, go ahead.
You sure?
Go ahead, but you better give him his just due.
Oh, I got you. Coach the Edmondson Redstorm. Do I need to throw high school in there first? Or it's okay?
That's okay.
Okay. It's a Redstorm baseball team who just
And
I'm there, bro. First of all, I'm gonna introduce you real quick. Coach who decided, you know what, we might as well just get a championship this year. We might as well just win the whole thing.
yeah.
My man, Coach Dantzler. I say your name properly?
Yes, you did.
Did I leave out anything?
No, you did.
All right, I got to tell you one thing first before we get started.
You forgot it was two sports.
Wait, no, I got to say this first.
Okay.
Well, you know when you get on a plane, you got to know where the emergency exits are. You go to the movie theater. I'm just letting you know here. Now, if something breaks off in here, you got to go that way.
Right.
But for sanity, if you're not going to leave the room, you just look, sanity and common sense come this way. Don't go over there.
I got you.
This side is where all the sanity and common sense. I'm just letting you know.
Sanity.
I don't need to. You ain't going to know if I'm spelling it right. It won't matter to you. I just want you to look. Oh, yeah. And I got you on camera just to let you know, man. Is there anything you want to say? Because
hold on, you got him on camera. You know he's from Edmondson High School. You know he got at least 2 warrants.
well, look, he didn't go there. That's for you.
To be in that school, you know he got at least 2 warrants.
No.
Talk with him out there.
No. Well, look, I gotta protect myself so people know where I am. I'm not to say we necessarily, as long as I'll put us on in the same shot.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
You announced it was 2 sports.
Name the sports, man. First of all, y'all need to understand, DJ Rock is coming from a place of personal pride right now.
Nah. That's a 90, baby.
And y'all understand that for those who follow on a regular basis, y'all probably trying to figure out why are other people from Edmondson proud of you. Why?
Together. Listen.
Look,
And we were Redskins. We were proud. We said it with our chest.
wait a minute, you a check. Oh, what's up, Wink? We got, look, and I have to let you know when people are you.
You from Curly? Hey, Donnell. Wink from Curly. We can't.
Why you shooting down other schools?
I did I say anything bad about Curly?
You did.
I just said Wink from Curly.
Your tone, but look. From Curly, you did it. You was all loud and bright red. I'm gonna say for the school,
Yeah.
bright
I
red.
caught that.
And then Curly comes in. Oh, let me tell you, I'm Curly. And then you gonna say you ain't say nothing bad about it.
School.
I could.
He's from Curly.
That's the same way when Wink starts talking about the Patriots. You go,
You see how confused he is, Donnell?
I got you.
He's from Curly and he roots for the Patriots.
But he's saying go O's right now. By the way, when the Oriole game start, y'all can kind of let me know what the
Give us our updates.
Yeah. We found. Let me ask you, O's fan, Ravens fan?
I'm an O's fan, Ravens fan.
I was worried because I had to make sure we had other coaches in here, man, that are not O's and Ravens fans. I won't mention their names right now, but
He's tagged in the post.
is he?
He's in the call in.
Kansas City, you talking about him?
Yeah, I'm talking about Kansas City. Matter of fact, I might try to contact him while we're on the what's the name?
Let me tell you what I got today, man. Before we got, I pulled it. You know, some NFL team did a power ranking for the NFL already for June, and it came from Kansas City. So I brought that in
Oh
here.
Lord.
So you know who number one is
Yeah.
if it's cheap. So you know they're number one. But I think you'll find it interesting. But I don't want to take away from my man here. You don't know what you waiting for.
Are you familiar with Ben Franklin High School?
Ben Franklin High School, yes. One of my friends, Coach Russell, coaches there.
Okay, yeah, the gentleman we talk about is the coach out there, Coach Morgan. Bernard Morgan.
What do you coach? Football.
Football.
Okay, yeah, Coach Russell, where Russell coaches basketball for Ben Franklin, so I'm familiar with.
Yeah, we only affiliate ourselves with Bernard because he got a show here at the station, but he's all confused. He's a Kansas City fan. Talking about barbecue right down now. He's like, man, Kansas City got the best barbecue in the world, right?
Right.
So tell us, it's the best barbecue in the world. But we're going to get off of Bernard because it's about done now.
Wait a minute, but I do have to say one thing. My man Wink made a comment.
What Wink say?
He said, your tone was very suspect when you mentioned Archbishop Curley. He said, you dang better put, he said, put some respect when you say my alma mater's name, man. Alma mater. What you going to say? He recognized the tone. You recognize the tone too, but you can't say nothing like that.
I was just asking. I was correcting our stream.
And what's up, Bob? Bob is watching us, Rob. So if we gonna cover you, if you have time, I have to let you know about your boy over the weekend.
Okay.
We usually talk about that early. I'm gonna save it because it involves karaoke, whole lot Johnny eating contest.
Okay.
And see, that's all I need to say.
Now, you know how you preach to your kids about peer pressure and making choices with their friends?
Look, bruh.
I missed that speech and I made some bad choices with my friends. I made some very bad choices with my friends.
Look, man. All right, look. We gonna get into you now, Coach.
That's cool.
All right, first, where you said you? Oh well, I gotta act like we didn't talk earlier.
That's right.
I'm sorry. So where did you grow up?
Well, the funny story is, I'm really from both sides of town. I got a large family. So I actually was born over west on Baltimore Warwick.
Who's going to my homeboy?
So I grew up
Close enough.
and then we moved to Highlands and Pulaski, and then a couple of years later, we moved over East Baltimore. So, and I grew up on Green Mountain Chase. So,
Ooh.
so
He thug for real.
I'm on both sides. I'm from both sides of town.
You could have gone to St. Francis.
I could have my little brother Daryl went to St. Francis.
Oh, okay.
Troy, I told you he got warrants. He from Green Mountain Chase that ain't got no warrants. Troy,
Like that's
be honest.
he in Tupac territory, man.
He got 2 warrants. That's how he got the job at Edmondson. He was inside.
You're like, I can't go on the Dunbar side. Yeah, can't go back to that. But that's when you graduated from Dunbar.
Right. I went to Dunbar Middle, then I went to Dunbar High. Graduated from Dunbar High. Played basketball at Baltimore City Community College, and then
B-Triple-C.
Yeah, I played at B-Triple-C under Coach Roger Dickens, and then I've been working at Verizon, retired from Verizon, and been giving back coaching basketball now for like 25 years total.
You got a shout out from Mia. Then she done said government name on that one.
That's what she doing.
That's my girl. She called me when she called me, I always gotta make sure I answer and come when she show up. That's my girl.
And I give it to Wink. Wink's like, who's the guest? You know, Wink like everybody except me and you.
Yeah.
He like everybody else. And he not. I don't think anybody's really a fan of Yale. So we'll see what happens with Yale.
Right.
But yeah, everybody usually sit there. Everybody except Yale gets love. Yale he gets likes. I think.
He only gets likes from the women, and it be the salt and pepper. All the dudes hate him.
Oh
man. So how long? Y'all got the championship. How long? What's your coaching history like? What's that like?
Well, I coached like 7 years as the assistant coach over at Dunbar, and I've been over at Emerson for in COVID, it's like 17 years. So we've been fortunate. We've been winning. I have 3 state championships.
Wow.
I got 6 regional basketball championships. Then we got 1 year COVID stopped us from winning another championship.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so we got 6 appearances in the championship game, and we were fortunate to win 3 state championships. My brother Terrell is my JV coach, and he has 9 JV championships. And one of the things that I'm proud of is we got 100% graduation rate of all the kids that ever been a part of our basketball program. So,
Shoot.
and even this year, I had 10 of my 12 kids had a 3.0 or better, and with my JV, 12 of the 14 kids had at least a 3.0 or better. So we getting it done in the classroom and on the court as well.
That's important. That's important.
That's nice. Always good to hear. We got a lot of love buttons coming up.
My man Wink says, "Hey, coach, much respect and love for giving back to the youth, and they need strong role models."
Tell them thanks. I appreciate that.
See that now? According to him, Wink ain't no good because he curly and Patriots.
I never said you.
What did you say? What did you say?
Said was he went to Curly. That's all I
He
said.
said he was confused.
That's because he's a Patriots fan.
But you just act like you ain't said it.
He's a Curly.
You said it before. I'm not talking necessarily about today. You've been saying anyway. We'll get back in it. We do go at it because I'm on your side. Except he did say something positive right there. Anyway, and Baby Feet says what's up. She says that's all. I'm sorry, April Denise.
She don't count. She went to Douglas.
See how he get on everybody's score. With some young ladies here that was at Western. He was giving them a hard time. Talking about they look like Medea and all that and whatnot. And they're going to look, everything's recorded. He gonna act like he ain't saying it. Like we just can't scroll back. But anyway, man, I'm excited. I grew up. Baseball was my first sport.
Okay.
And it was this. I got into it totally by just because my friends was playing.
Okay.
And I didn't know the rules. I didn't understand it. I just watched it. But we talking second grade. I just knew what a home run was, but I didn't really know the details about it.
Okay.
But that was my sport. Like I became good at that really quick. And then it was football.
Okay.
So the only problem with football and Rock, what age did you start playing football, Rock?
At 11.
Here you go the problem, 10, 11. This is the problem. They don't go by your age.
They go by your weight.
Yes.
And that's the
Fucking
problem.
dudes driving.
Yeah.
I'm like, ain't no way I can hang. You know what I mean? That was horrible, man.
I got you.
Yeah, because as soon as I started playing pop on the football, I had to go right to 11, 14. I didn't have the honor of going to like 9, 11 or 10, 12 because I was a heavy kid, you know?
Right.
So
I was like, somebody. Let me. Hello, we got a caller before I say something. Hello. What is you? Yeah, you early. Yeah, what's up, man? We were just talking about you.
That's when we was talking about the salt and pepper down there.
Oh man, what's up, Yale? You
You sound like you're far away from the mic.
I'm far away.
It sounds like you're far away from the mic.
Why don't you hang up and call back? Because it could be a connection on your end.
Oh Lord.
Hang it
Yeah,
up.
I'm a real phone. I don't have Troy's phone. Real phone.
So then you can use now then.
I should be able to, but yeah, I can play your game.
Look, that's somebody else calling on you.
Yeah, I'm going to say you can call back.
All right, yeah, let him hit the closed caption.
That's what we was talking about.
See there?
What?
He's like, you just disrespected Douglas. I am very disappointed. Look, everybody can hear you, man. You act like
I didn't say anything disrespectful about Douglas.
He said you disrespected.
All right, try it now, Troy. See if you
Hey, yeah. Is this it?
That must be better.
Yeah. We'll roll. Okay, look, let me get to my guest. I want to keep him here all night. You ain't gonna put up with this all night. So, like I was saying,
She don't even know what year is though. Because you know Yale is like the
away from football. Oh, damn, that's right. Yeah. Oh, this is city. Yeah. You know who our guest is?
He's the coach of Edmondson.
Everybody know who Mr. D is.
Man,
Troy said thank you.
if you can change any more, I'm not sure what color you turning, man.
Say
The pride, thank you, Troy. The pride.
no. Say thank you.
I said thank you.
See, that's what we all said.
Let's get to business. All right, look. All right, we back, man. I'm sorry.
No,
So explain to me that you coach other sports.
well, yes. Well, this year, I was our coach Donald, normally coached the baseball team. He had an illness, and so he couldn't coach the team. So about 3 days before the season started, eight of my basketball players played baseball as well, and I didn't want them to forfeit their season. So my athletic director came to me and asked me, could I coach the baseball team?
Okay.
And I was reluctant at first, but my son plays on the baseball team and he plays on the basketball team. So I didn't want those eight young men to forfeit their season.
Right.
So I went on and took over as the baseball coach. And then the ironic thing is we ended up winning the regional championship for Edmondson this year.
Wow.
All right.
Listen, man. You get some more of this.
And what you're telling is, he gave you the full. You let the standing ovation. You said almost everybody's coming back too, right?
Well, as far as basketball, out of my 15 players, I only had one senior, Chris. Chris actually plays football and basketball, so he's going to college for football. So my entire team pretty much comes back except Chris.
Let me ask you, how do you feel about your players playing more than one sport?
Well, coming up, and like I said, I was born west. Coming up, playing over at Bentlow Recreation Center.
Oh, man.
We all
there we go.
we all played all three sports when we were younger.
Right.
Baseball, football, and basketball. And even when we moved over East Baltimore, I started playing at Oliver Rec under Coach Bucky Lee and Dale Madison, Coach Sarge. So we pretty much was playing all three sports coming up.
Mm-hmm.
As you get a little older, you gravitate to the sport that you feel is better for you or that you like better.
Right.
What I always encourage all the kids is when it comes to college recruitment, it looks better when they recruit you that you're a dual sport athlete. So, and then we all know the most money is pretty much in baseball, and that's one of the sports that we don't play as much. So, to answer your question, I encourage the kids to play all three sports or as many sports as they can, and it also keeps them active and keeps them busy
Off
the street
That's
throughout the school year. So it's a win-win.
That's right. And then did you play?
Yeah, well, I played basketball and I played baseball and football. But when I got to high school, I only played football my ninth grade year. But then I played basketball, GV 2 years and varsity 2 years at Dunbar.
Okay. So did you have a love for baseball too, or you just?
I got a love for baseball, but to be honest with you, the main reason was I didn't want them to forfeit their season. So that was the whole gist of me volunteering to coach them. And but to be honest with you, I had so much fun coaching those kids, and we just got better. I had to learn some of the rules because it was my first year, but the kids got better game after game, and then we ended up beating Douglas in a regional championship game to win the whole thing.
I was just wondering.
I ain't say nothing. He said
saying.
I ain't say nothing about them being Douglas.
I was just giving you a chance. I mean, he said something that was factual. You was all in your opinions.
That's not fine.
No. That's not how you said it. Say it in the same tone.
She went to Douglas. She a Steelers fan, so you understand the backstory. All
I understand. The one thing I do like about even the competition with everything with the schools, because the way y'all joke about the schools, we are competitive and joke about them as well. The one thing I like about the state championship games, because when all three of us, and even the ones that were in public school, we wasn't playing in the state championships until '93.
Mm-hmm.
So when we got to beat each other throughout the regular season, but when we go to the state playoffs, it's Baltimore City versus everyone.
Right.
Everybody. Right. That's one of the good things about it. So this year we was fortunate, Edmondson, my team, we won the 1A championship. Newtown won the 2A. City went undefeated. They won the 3A. And then Parkville won the 4A. This is basketball.
Okay.
So Baltimore pretty much swept the whole state championships for this year. So
Wow.
that's one of the good things.
Yeah, for those that don't really understand the conferences for the schools with the 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, can you break that down a little bit? Because most of our people follow professional sports.
Yeah.
So high school athletics is new to them.
Well, it all goes by the population of your school. So 1A is a smaller school, and then it goes up. 4A is the largest school. And when it comes to the playoffs, it breaks down to how many people you got for the population of the students in your school.
Did you know that, Troy?
Yeah.
See, you went to St. Joe. Y'all had them kind of criteria, man.
F-U-A. Nah, I mean, the thing is, man, the hard part is with and even because I paid really more attention when my son went there.
Okay.
And then it's just certain school and I'm not gonna say I was devastated, but I was he was. I made him play sports. I made him try.
Okay.
Now, so I'm like, look, because I was around like Rock. Well, Rock's an example of people that I was around that I need to stay busy if I was in trouble.
Right.
So I kept it. So I knew that was the key for myself. Same thing. I'm like, you're gonna be around people. I'm not gonna know everybody, but if you're busy, so I'm like, I make him try something. If he didn't like it, he didn't have to do it anymore. We'll find something else. But I just need him to try stuff.
Right.
So he didn't develop. My oldest son did not develop that competition gene.
Okay.
He had my friends are doing it, I'll do it kind of thing. So his friends was playing baseball. And I'm looking at him, he's a lefty. I'm like, okay, he can hit pretty good. But he didn't, if they lost, it was like, where we going to eat? That was his thing. Playing, I'm in there and he's playing basketball. And I'm like, he did not want me to really work with him. And I'm like, okay, he's fast, he was tall,
Okay.
he could jump. I'm like, okay, I'm seeing defense, so I'm thinking Rodman off the bat. I'm like, if you don't shoot, just get the ball, you can pass it to somebody or put it right back, whatever.
Right.
And so now I'm like, I know he's going to St. Joe, right? He's like, I don't think I'm going to play. I was like, on the outside, I was like, you sure? You sure? On the inside, I'm like, what? You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm ready to put our name back up there. You know what I mean?
Well, the one thing about basketball, it was instilled in me since I was a baby. My mother and father was from South Carolina. Both of them played basketball. They was in high school. When she moved up here, all of us I got 4 brothers and 3 sisters, so it's 8 of us total. And all of us pretty much played basketball. My oldest brother, Junior, played at Southwestern with Rudy Archer.
Okay.
My brother, Tony, was all Metro, played at Southern. He graduated in 90 and he won the championship and MVP of the Metro Classic. I played at Dunbar. My little brother, Durrell, went to St. Francis. And he played down there with Mark Archer where they won the Alhambra tournament. And then my younger brother, the youngest brother, Terrell, he played on the undefeated Southwestern team. So we all brag about all of us having our championships, and we all pretty much went to different schools and then at different schools.
Okay.
Wow, that's major.
Man. Well,
What is the academic median from your family? Not with your kids, because you already discussed that with us, but between all your siblings, where we are academically.
Oh, we all excelled academic wise. My mother and father, they didn't play that. That's why even with my son now, DJ is my starting point guard, and he has a 4.2 GPA, and he's taking honors classes. So my mother instilled that in us from day one. It wasn't no bringing home C's and anything like that. The one thing I hate about now with Baltimore City curriculum is when we were younger, when we was in school, you needed a 70 to pass.
Right.
They lowered it. Now they lowered it to a 60, and the reason why is just to stay lined up with Baltimore County and everyone else. And what hurts us is once Baltimore City lowered our standards, then the kids lowered their standards. And that's what hurt them, because now when they look at it, they say, Coach, I passed all my classes. Like, well, what you got? What do you have? And he said, well, I got a 65 and a 60. Oh, yeah, you passed your classes, but that's unacceptable to us. So for now, we got a rule in Baltimore City that you have to have a 2.0 in order to play. But I raised the bar, me and my coaching staff, my kids got to have a 3.0. So I know if they shoot for the 3.0, they're gonna automatically cover the 2.0.
Right.
So that's how we've been able to maintain and just improve the kids' grades. And one thing, when you set their goals and set their standards high, they'll achieve it. If you keep them saying the 60 is passing, then a lot of the kids will do the bare minimum.
Aim for 60.
Yeah, so you push them up, you tell them, like my son knows, I think he brought home a C in like the 6th grade, and I didn't let him play a tournament in North Carolina. He hasn't brought a C home since.
You like that, like Coach Dion, right? Coach Sanders.
Yeah. So it's been instilled in me from day one.
You know, with your kids being as young as they are you the type of coach that put them in like summer leagues and fall leagues so they can stay together year round, or once the school year ends, you kind of give them a break until they come back in September?
There are no breaks if you want to be good.
Right.
No breaks at all. So they play all year round.
Wow.
So like even today, I had them out to school, working them out and stuff like that. And that's like it's funny because coming from Dunbar, the tradition that we had for basketball, when I brought that tradition over to Edmondson, some of the parents didn't understand. Like we practiced every day except Christmas. So when we practiced on Thanksgiving, when I first started that, one of the parents called me and said, well, why is my son practicing on Thanksgiving? I said, well, he's not helping you cook. we practice 9 o'clock in the morning. So he comes in, we want to practice. He will practice for 2-3 hours, and then he goes home. By the time he goes home, he can take a shower and he's ready to eat. So, but yeah, we practice. And one of the things I do as a tradition at Emerson that I've been doing the whole year we've been there, all my returning players on Thanksgiving, they all come back and they talk, and we sit down and have practice, and they talk to my kids about life, about just growing up. Because a lot of the guys that graduated are real professional men now. They are doctors, lawyers, work for Secret Service and stuff like that. So it's good to see them give back. I done coached Stanton Kidd, who's now who played for the Utah Jazz.
Okay.
So that was one of my players. I had another kid, Keandre, played for the Charlotte Hornets. So I put 2 NBA players and a couple of other guys that had played overseas. But again, I got the Darius Walker, the Darius Tillman. Them guys are teachers now. They're professional guys. That Cedric, who works for the Secret Service, Cedric Dyer. So all of them guys come back on Thanksgiving, and we take a picture and we spend time. I call it the village within the village.
Okay.
So just to have them helping the kids out. And a lot of the stuff that we do, that we accomplish, you won't see it on media and stuff like that. But we just try to do what we can to try to keep these kids as positive as we can.
Okay. Shout out to the Queen. She just popped on.
What's up, Queen Brodie? Hey, Troy.
Wait to see if
There
she
is no brisket and there are no ribs.
Well, she
in the
doesn't.
studio.
No, you in trouble now, man.
She ain't even in the home,
That means she has been listening.
No, she just popped on. You know, it's trivia night. So we'll probably get a trivia question, I'm hoping. And by the way, Wink said if you want to, basically, if you want to disrespect the school, it should be Calvin Hall. That's what he said.
Calvin Hall, man.
Hey.
Listen, Coach, for those that's familiar with high school, Coach Davis used to be the coach at Cardinal Gibbons. And that's where we became close friends. He left and went to Calvin Hall. He's no longer at Calvin Hall, but he went to Calvin Hall. However, the same things he allowed to happen for me, through me, and because of me at Cardinal Gibbons, he did at Calvin Hall. So Wink, I will not defame that school in the name of supporting someone from Curly.
Shoot, man. Now that look, I'm with Wing on that one. You good? You can say what you want about Calvin Hall, man. We all when it comes to the Catholic squad, man. We hate it. We all hate each other, man. We all hate each other.
So are you a fan of Curly?
No.
See,
but my dentist went to Curly.
Hey, I like my look. I'm always like him until he retired, man. Like I need him to give me the least amount of pain. But he used to wrestle for Curly.
Oh, okay.
And he used to wrestle with him, and dude has like this curly look. He has a fro, curly hair and stuff. But man, he'll hit some St. Joe stuff, and of course I don't know what he's talking about because that wasn't during my time. But he'll mention some curly stuff, man, and um, I gotta find out when he came out. I think he's older than Wink though. But
So are you being disrespectful to Wink by calling him old?
no. But I'm disrespecting Curly. I ain't like you. Yeah, I'm disrespecting Curly. No, Wink's probably close to us though. I'm just assuming my dentist because he was my dentist when I was like ever since I can remember. So he's got to be. He should be retiring soon, I would think. But I hope not. You know, I hope not. But either way, he looks out for me. So.
And Coach D, I had 15 years of coaching inner city youth. I kind of walked away from it once my sons got to high school, and I wanted to take some time and be a dad.
Okay.
But I know some of the challenges I faced with kids between the ages of 10 and 14. You got to be able to be facing them between the ages of 14 and 18. Can you tell us some of the challenges you have of being a mentor and a coach to inner city youth?
One of the things, like you said, when in between, that's a real critical age for the kids because sometimes they'll deter and go to the left, or peer pressure comes around. So the one thing about basketball is a brotherhood. Sports is a brotherhood. So if you surround yourself with the right type of people, you tend not to get into any confusion. So that's one of the better things of having these kids, and like I said, keeping them playing basketball all year round. We know we're dealing with inner city kids and some of the things and I always tell my coaches that we can only lose one or two out on to the streets. But the success rate of losing one or two compared to all the lives that we saved is phenomenal. One of my best friends is the head coach at Dunbar, Coach Lon Smith, and I remember one year he had to put like 22 kids in Division I colleges for football. So we all, like I said, it's way more kids that are doing the right thing that are graduating from high school, going away to college, than it is in the street that will getting locked up or going to jail and stuff like that, or even getting murdered. It's just like I said, we don't talk about a lot of the success stories a lot or enough, but I see it every day. We have a bunch of kids that's going away to college, and they some of them don't want to come back at all. So so that age, it's an age that 10 to 14 and 14 to 18, because that's when they are developing and become young men. So if you can groom them and get them early, and a lot of these kids, they just lack discipline. They lack love, they lack discipline. So when you give these kids the love, the affection, I tell them I'm not your father, but you always I'm like your big uncle. And then I surround all the kids with professional men like myself. So my brother Terrell, he's another one of my coaches.
He's the school police
He's
officer,
the
right?
school, right?
Yeah,
He's the school police officer. He's the JV basketball coach. He's my assistant, and he's the girls softball coach.
Okay.
My brother Pat, he's one of my assistants as well. He has his own business, but he also coaches girls softball and basketball. Coach Steve Hennett, he teaches culinary arts at the school, and he went down to Dunbar with me, and he's a pastor. And then my other coach, Coach Jeff, he works for Baltimore City, and he went to Walbrook. So I got a bunch of men that I surrounded with these kids, and we all, even there are times when we may stop practice, and all five of us each take 5 kids, and we got to sit down and help with their homework. So it is what it is, and so we're going to do whatever it takes for us to succeed. And like I said, that's why we had so many kids on the honor roll.
Good deal. Good deal.
I have a quick question. When you're coaching baseball, how many coaches do you have for the baseball?
Baseball, it was just myself.
That's hard.
Look, I have helped with my son. I was never officially coached, but I would come out and if I were to coach a sport, I feel like I know baseball well enough
Right.
to coach. It's hard to and I remember when my son was young. So when you start with 10-year olds, one coach can't do it because somebody be playing in dirt over here.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's hard if the ball's not getting hit to them. The only person happy is the catcher.
Right.
Because
he's involved in it.
yeah. So it's got to be hard, but at least now at high school, it's got to be easier. Being it's probably still tough, but at least the attention, and then I'm sure you have a tone that you can, to make sure people focus. And I guess if you're working on field and you hit the ball anyway, you got to tell them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Coach, it was hard. My athletic director, Coach Dawes, he of course he has to see over all the athletics in the school. So he did come out and help me a lot, especially when we was on our way to the regional championship. He came to help me out a lot. And then Coach Corey, coaches football, he came to help me. And my brother, who coaches softball, but now he didn't have softball practice, he came over and helped me. So I most definitely couldn't have done it without my village helping me out. But like you said, it's a lot on a coach to try to get, just to keep everything organized.
You said question, Wing?
Wing, yeah.
Yeah.
You can ask him, go ahead.
Wing asks, he wants to know if you use a multi-tiered mentoring model in your program, meaning do you utilize the older student athletes to help mentor the younger ones in the group?
Yes, that's part of the process of our village raising the village. We have to use the guys that are older to help the younger guys, and that's why also what I was saying when I bring them back Thanksgiving. That's another thing that we do. All those are my former players that come back and just give back. They just sit down and talk to them. Stanton Kidd, who's now playing professional ball overseas, he's been home for like 2 weeks, and he came out to school yesterday just to spend time with my son and some other players. So it most definitely has been like each one teach one, and everybody all of them has been giving back, and that's why we've been successful.
Okay. Here's a question I'm dying to ask. Do you have issues with the parents? That's like big on social media, watching parents run out, especially in basketball. They're running out on the court. Now I'm sure if somebody walks up on you, you'll deal with the consequences later.
I don't have as many issues as some of the other coaches may have had, but because like I said, when I played over at Bello with Coach Herman, and then going over Alva, and playing over Alva, I'm a disciplinarian coach. So Coach Bucky Lee, it was his way or nowhere. And if you want to go listen to your parent, you might well go over there and sit with them. And then Coach Sarge, Coach Henry Powell at Madison, he taught me the same way. So a lot of the issues we don't have. But I got an open door policy. Any parent can come talk to me, but it's still going to be. So I don't have the issues that some of the other coaches will have when it comes to the parents. I let the parents know when they're with me, they're my responsibility. But I have had a couple of situations with a parent where I'm happy about playing time, but I'm as straight as they come. There's time where I told a parent, you have been in no PTA meetings. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna keep it honest, so the same energy you give me about his playing time, you need to give him about staying in school and doing. If you can't focus and help you with his books, don't come talk to me about playing time.
And playing time is different as opposed to a rec league.
Yeah, everybody doesn't play.
Right. It's that's just the way it is.
That's just life and the way the sports is.
Yeah.
If you want to do that, you might well just play golf or a sport where you can just you're all on your own.
You can't, and that's what I will find with especially with my youngest. There would be people who would not play till next year.
Right.
Like and not even playing. Not that they were playing other sports. They were doing nothing,
right.
But they wanted to play baseball. And then and I'm sitting in the bleachers where parents don't even know the rules, man. It's like it's like they don't, there was I remember a situation where they took away when he was, let's say maybe 11 to 12.
Okay.
They took away the infield fly rule.
Okay.
Because they said we want to make the kids catch the ball.
Right.
We don't want nobody running. And we're not calling infield fly. They got to catch it. Blah blah blah. So I didn't have a problem with it because they made it clear. They would send out in an email what the rules are. Nobody really read it. I read it because I wanted to know the loopholes on what they were doing. Certain times you could steal. And this was at Rico.
Okay.
So they just had different. They said we're going to make adjustments. Because we want to make them learn how to play.
Right.
And no advantages because you drop or whatever. I mean, if you drop, of course, you can run anyway. But they were just taking little things away to make them better.
Okay.
And then when they would travel, and you go back to the regular rules, and then that's all of our kids. You got to explain to them like you can't do that now, you can't do this, and there's certain things you can do. But it just made them better.
Right.
Because it seems like pitching when we would go in other areas like pitching, they were more worried about who could throw fastballs.
Yeah.
But they wasn't worried about defense.
Right.
So I guess they're thinking if you can't hit it, but we can hit the ball. You know what I mean? So it just take me back, and that's the way it was when I was younger. So when I see that's my problem. When I see coaches and I feel like they're not coaching right.
Right.
So, but with men, it's kind of different. Men would say, "You want to help?" And they call you bluff. I'm like, "Yeah, I'll come out." And then we're all. But I wasn't. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I would say this is what I was taught. They would go, "Okay." As long as you say it in a
Respectful way.
yeah. I'm not trying to show anybody. And if you say you don't want me, I said I'll be quiet. I mean, I yell as a fan,
Right.
so to speak. But I like the fact that if I like your approach, and I'm all over the place, but I like your approach of making sure your grades are right. He might as well come out here on Thanksgiving. He got another call.
That's the same one we had.
Okay. And I'm like, my mother would be like, shoot, get him out of here. That would be my mother's like, you know what I mean? Because she would be like, shoot, let him do stuff. Because, right, I'm going to be sitting, is it done yet? That's me.
Exactly.
Thanksgiving. Is it almost ready?
You wouldn't have done anything but taking rocks, mixtapes and selling them and keeping the money for yourself.
When we get a new person, he got
Listen,
here you go, yeah, you did it.
Coach, I gotta give you the backstory because you got a little bit of it with the whole Mount St. Joe fiasco and how he wanted to downgrade the mighty Edmondson High School. But I'm gonna tell you the real backstory between him and I, why we don't get along, right?
Wink, you can tell the story too. Type it in there as he said.
When I was 14 years old, I became an aspiring DJ, right?
Okay.
Troy is considerably older. We are. So at that time, he owned a jewelry store, right? I was working in a record store that happened to be across the street from the mighty Edmondson High School.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how kids that was born in West Baltimore are financially challenged.
Okay.
So I was just trying to earn some money, to get some nice tennis shoes for school and possibly get some money so I can get a sticky bun at lunchtime with the grape juice.
Right.
So Troy came up with this idea. He said, man, well, since you're a DJ, you make mixtapes, you can sell your mixtapes in my store, right?
Okay.
Okay, I like that idea. Now, keep in mind, I went to the mighty Edmondson. They taught us a lot of things, including math. We can add 1 + 1. So I bought a box of tapes. It was 10 tapes in this box, right, Coach?
I got you.
Troy said, we're going to sell these tapes for $10 each. So if you math on that, Coach, how much money should we make per box?
Should be 100, right?
All right, you with me here, right?
Okay.
So I gave Troy the box of tapes, right? And one day I was walking to work. I happened to live in Edmondson Village, but I lived down the bottom, so I had to take this long walk up the hill of Gelston to get to the shopping center where the record store was. And as I was going up Gelston, this guy passed by me, and he was in a Nissan Maxima. We talked about the Maximas already, right? He was in a Nissan Maxima, man. It was clean. And he was bumping his tape. I said,
Coach,
man,
I appreciate you staying awake for this. I appreciate you. I like you hanging in there.
I say, man, that sound awful familiar. So I said, man, it's not you, Rocket Chief. He said, oh, it's this new kid from up in the record store named DJ Rock Nice. This is his mixtape. And I was like, oh, yes, I had a proud moment. But that's one tape, right?
Right.
So as I come around Gelston and I get to Wicklow, it was another guy. He passed by, right? He had a clean blue Cressida, man. I mean, this thing was shining. Had the BBs on it and everything. And he was bumping his tape. I was like, yo, you rocking. Like, man, it's the new kid from up at the record store in the village. I really got surprised then, so now that's 2 tapes. Right? Turned into the shopping center. It used to be Chicken George. It wasn't Popeyes then. It was Chicken George. And as I'm walking by, this dude come by in a Chevy S10 Blazer. Had the hatchback, had the 415s in it. He killing it. And I'm like, yo, that sound like my tape. So I said, he said, yo, if you go up the street to that record store, it's a dude that working there. He got these tapes. You can get them from him. And I felt so honored that after one day, 3 different people are playing my tapes, right?
That's $30.
Yes. So I get to the store, I couldn't wait to call Troy at the store because he's the only one that got the tapes.
Right.
I say, Troy, how are the tapes doing? Man, it's been slow. We ain't sold a tape. But now,
I said it's $30.
Where you messed up, Rob, is you should have gotten $50 from Troy for those 10 tapes, and y'all split it. Let him sell.
and get his money back.
He gets his money back. Unfortunately, the movie Edmondson didn't teach you about and trust. It was they didn't teach you real business acumen.
They said that the Almighty. Maybe you'll stop telling that story, man.
But then again,
He finished.
Not only did he had my first box of tapes, he said, well, maybe if you make another mixtape with another genre,
What did I say?
maybe if you do another tape with another genre, we would get some better sales. So not only did he have 10 tapes, he had 20.
He done added some shit. Oh my!
And you gave him more things. Now who's at fault? Troy, I'm now on your side. I'm now on your side. Before I was thinking you ripped Rock off, but you know, when you got one on the hook, you reel him in. I'm just you one on the hook. You reel him and get him in that boat.
Look, I'm thinking, you know what? Do you have any flash drives or something of some stuff that you've done?
Not for you.
Oh, you learned it.
I just think it's a while. It's been a while. So look, I got a statement for the coach.
Okay.
He went to college, you, by the way, so watch him.
He went where?
He went to Poly.
Why he?
Who's the Poly?
You?
No. I went to Poly. I went to school in Columbia.
Oh, it's even worse.
Look, I was gonna say, no matter what you say,
Here's something for the coach.
that'd be him.
And this is real. My mother is a graduate of Edmondson High School, class of 1961.
Okay.
Now I don't know what you want to teach your students or your players, but I would be in trouble if I didn't bring up that 1961, Edmondson was one of the first schools in Baltimore to integrate and had the largest graduation class, largest student class in the city.
Oh, okay.
And according to my mother, it was not an easy integration. Baltimore City, Baltimore people in that area were not cool with integration in those days. So where Edmondson is now and where it came from, night and day. But she's a proud Edmondson alum, and I applaud everything that you're doing up there.
Well, thanks. I appreciate it. And just to piggyback on what you're saying, one of our good friends, Chief Goodwin, used to be the commissioner of school police. I'm not sure the year he graduated. It might have been like 1972 or one of those years. All of those guys, they give back. And when they do their alumni days and stuff like that. So they do come back and do talk to the kids and let them know how strong how strong the alumni is, and then even tell the stories of some of the things they went through back then. So I appreciate the knowledge you just dropped on us.
Yeah, and another quick story you should tell your students is if someone offers to sell some of your merchandise, keep that on consignment. Make sure it's all legal,
Right.
but get it on consignment because not everybody with a plan is a friend. Just saying.
I got you.
Look, yeah, but here go the thing, man. Every time he tells a story, he adds something. So now he done gave me a second set of tapes. I didn't see that one coming. I didn't see that. But he didn't have me in the car this time. He's had me in.
Yeah.
So he didn't even mention the Cordova this time, did he?
No,
But he said it. He said it before we came on the air, man. I'm like, every time we get somebody new, every time he tells a story, he just adds on more to the point where they already know what was happening. Lenise popped on. She said, "Hey, what's up? What's up, Lenise? We haven't seen you in a while." And Wink said some stuff. I might have missed something, Wink. I know he loves how you hold everybody accountable for their grades and stuff. He likes that. I'm trying to roll through, Wink. I may have missed something. Have you thought about employing? Oh man, this is long, Wink. Oh no, it isn't. All right. As soon as I see more, then I stop reading it. He says, have you thought about employing team building programs where the team as a whole works on a community project together, such as cleaning up a local elderly person's yard in the all season?
No, wait, they're not going to need all.
You know what? I didn't catch that. That might be where he is.
That's exactly where he was going.
Yeah. He's like, I was just curious.
Well, to answer your question, we do things like that. Even this year, a friend of mine is a teacher at Belmont Elementary School, by a lady named Miss Tiffany Etheridge, and she do what she called a 50-man Friday, where she get a bunch of professional men to come down and talk to the kids at Belmont Elementary. So what I did was I brought my whole team down there. We taught basketball sessions with the elementary school kids, and just so they could see that they was being taught by state champions. Just to let them know that we are a couple of blocks away from them, and we are like their older brothers. So we do do a lot of things giving back to the community as well.
I love to have softball players come to the school and talk and let them know that even though they can play high school baseball, that they can play softball when they get older sports, they continue to grow and they can continue to play later in life. But don't let them bowl, because if they start to bowl,
hey,
it will depend on them to get a single pin to win a match.
See,
they might not.
See, you can't have friends around all the time.
Yeah.
You and I with softball, I had a feeling. Lenise said she was traveling the past 2 Tuesdays. She's taking a break from packing. You know what, Lenise? I was about to feel bad for you, but if you've been packing, is that for work or is this vacation? You know what I mean? Huh?
It ain't for work. Work is for play.
That's what it sounds like. Was traveling the past 2 okay.
You know, Coach, something I saw on Facebook the other day. That's what really got me excited when I found out you was going to be a guest on the show. I saw that y'all were giving out Letterman jackets, and that was something that most schools had got away from. Give us a little insight on the moment what you was feeling when you were able to present those kids with their Letterman jackets.
Well, it's a tremendous feeling. We not only do we give them jackets, they get state championship rings.
Wow.
So
That's a great
now.
Yeah, so their rings will be here,
man,
within another. I think they said it was like 6 to 8 weeks for them to get their rings. And that's one of the things. Like I said, when you come over to Emerson and you start being a part of the program, you realize how blessed you was and how spoiled you was at Dunbar.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff, let's just be honest. Since we were fortunate to be to win a lot over there, so a lot of that tradition that we would do over at Dunbar, I brought over to Emerson, and even with the discipline part of it. When I was at Dunbar, we had this thing on Wednesdays called Dress for Success Day. So that the entire school had to wear the boys had to wear shirt and ties, and all of the the female students had to wear business attire. Coach Pete Pompey came from Edmondson when I was at Dunbar. At all our games, we had to wear shirt and tie.
Okay.
So that's one of the things I implemented when I got to Emerson. On game days, it was about business. So all the guys, my whole entire team had to wear shirt and ties. So just bringing that tradition over to Emerson. Coach Dante Jones, who was the athletic director, who actually hired me to come over there. The tradition that we brought, some of the things that we were doing at Dunbar, we brought it over to Emerson. So getting the Letterman jackets, having to wear shirt and ties, getting rings, and all that type of stuff. Putting the banners on the wall with all their names on it and stuff like that.
Nice.
It just shows the school spirit, and just we wanted to turn things around so we can look like a real good, just to give the kids pay homage to the kids, because that's what it's all about. It's not about anything that I've accomplished. I always give. When we win, I give all the kids the credit, and if we do lose, then I take the blame for every loss that we had. But just
That's a good coach.
the Letterman jackets and stuff like that. And when I say those kids were so happy, it was 80 degrees outside. They were still trying to win those jackets.
That's
Are you saying that the school or the program provides the Letterman jackets for the kids now?
Yeah.
They don't have to buy them?
we the
No, they don't buy them. No,
Yeah.
no, the school, our principal bought the jackets and rings for us.
I tell you, in St. Joe, we had to buy the jacket, and if you wanted the letter, you had to buy the letter. Like it wasn't like the jacket was plain.
No,
the
the principal, Mr. Perry, he bought us the jackets, he got us the rings, we got us sweatsuits. Like it's a whole different
awesome.
atmosphere now.
Oh, we got
we were given the letter that you had to buy your jacket, but your jacket came with a letter on it. But you kept your letter with your pins on it. But you didn't, the jacket you bought already had one on it as well.
Oh, okay.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah, wait a minute. We got an Orioles score. They're up 4-1 right now.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and jinx the team.
Hey, nope. They usually win on Tuesdays, except that one. Except that Tuesday we left, and they were killing. And by the time we got home,
The game was over. They lost.
But every time you start bringing the scores up on the show, they can be up 5-0. By the time the show's over, it's 5-4 or 6-5.
No, I think you cheated and looked at the game. Yeah, you cannot watch the game, man. You just have to let us tell you. You can go to the game, but you can't watch it. You can't watch it at home, man. Don't even. No, don't do nothing. Just let us tell you the score.
Hey Troy, it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's Trivia Tuesday, and Coach Darnell keep trying to slide Dumbo in like I ain't noticed that he keep trying to slide. So I got some trivia for him. Let's see how faithful he is to Dumbo.
All right, what you got?
You ready, Coach?
I'm ready.
All right, I need you to name the NFL team Coach Pompey played for, and what position did he play?
He played for the Jets.
Ooh, he quick. Wait a minute.
He played for the Jets, right?
Yeah.
He was the corner.
No. I'll give him 50 points for that.
Okay.
He was a quarterback.
Okay.
I can't imagine the brother now. You didn't even know he can come up and to the NFL.
No, I know.
I didn't even know he even played football.
Oh yeah, he played football.
He was a quarterback.
I didn't know that. I know a lot of things about him, but I didn't know that.
Going out coach's name.
Man, look, I used to see he was in the bowling alley too.
Troy, name another.
He was Howard County, bro. Right. Oh no.
I knew Coach Wayne. I know he played. I was gonna say
You done took his trivia question away.
Troy, name the other famous coach that coached at Dunbar, but Yale and already let the beans.
I would have gotten that when I watched the documentary, man. That's
an easy one. He's a legend.
He's the legend.
That's the greatest high school team. There'll never be nobody's gonna top that school
of all time.
Yeah,
they go down as the greatest team of all time.
Now that is where the Baltimore side of me kicks in.
Okay.
And because I run around all over when I work anywhere in the country, I throw that out there, and everybody starts talking about whatever their school is, and I'm like, who went to the pro? And, I don't know what they're talking about.
Right.
Who went to the pros? Well, they'll name somebody. They'll be like, nah, you name one. And look, we got the shortest guy ever played. Leave it alone. Look, I saw Muggsy the first time I saw him in person was in Columbia Mall. I had seen him, of course, I knew who he was, but I didn't realize he was that small.
That's sure.
You would have bet everything I owned that I could beat him in basketball, man. You know what I mean? Because I just saw him walking through. Then when I was like, yeah, I lost. And I'm 5'10". He's going against 6'6" and stealing the ball. I'm like, I'd have been embarrassed. I saw him and I saw Flavor Flav in Columbia Mall. I don't know why Flavor was in there. I don't know why Flavor was in there.
He was Richard Nelson.
So I used to work at the package goods store that Coach Wade owned, and I would see Muggsy and all that crew when they were playing. They were playing for Dunbar.
Okay.
And a lot of people don't realize that Muggsy could dunk.
Yeah.
I saw Muggsy dunk.
How do you know that?
Yeah. Muggsy could dunk. And who was that? Was it Patrick Ewing? I think he blocked a shot from Patrick Ewing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that I was saying. I didn't know he could dunk though.
Yeah, he can dunk. The only thing he couldn't palm the ball, but he could actually dunk the basketball. It's just his hands were too small to palm it.
Wow.
Okay, you got me on that one. If that had been true, I'd been no Spud. I'd been saying you got to make something with Spud. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So, Coach Darnell, how is it now? You're an East Side, West Side guy, so I understand how you balance the two, right?
Right.
But how do you come from the rival school of the school that you're successfully coaching at? How do you manage that? It's an East Side, West Side rival.
It's always been an East Side, West Side rival. 40 West versus 40 East.
Yeah.
And everything like that. But like I said, Coach Dante was a Dunbar alum. He was the athletic director over at Edmondson. And I wanted my own brand. I wanted to lay my own foundation and have my own legacy. So once he told me or gave me the opportunity to come over there and coach, I just took it and ran with it.
Wow.
And like I said, three state championships later, I owed all of Coach Dante because he, like I said, he saw the vision in me. And once I came over and brought my younger brother Terrell and my coaching staff with me, we just been fortunate after that just to maintain and just to win. So of course I get the mad faces when I walk in Dunbar. I want them to win every game except when they play us. So it's as simple as that. If you cut me, I'm always believe maroon and gold, but my heart pumps red and white.
Right.
Wow, that's tough. That's tough, man.
Yeah. Now I knew growing up with me being a coach myself and coaching my son. On one hand, that was like the one thing that I was looking forward to, and that was one thing I was waiting for. But it's also one of the hardest things that I had to do because at the end of the day, he's still my son.
Right.
So you got to give him both sides, man. So how does that work for you?
It's tough at times. DJ, because he hates to be called Darnell, so and he's junior, so he goes by DJ. The one thing I always try to do is keep it balanced. I'm his coach, and I'm real hard on him in the classroom as well as on the court, but I also have to be his father. So when the ball stops bouncing, he turns right back into my son. So I got to make sure that I'm raising him the right way. He's excelling in the classroom, and there's nothing else I can ask more for a student athlete. So it's hard to coach him, but it's easy to be his father because he's such a well-rounded and well-respectful kid. And I've been blessed to have a son that he does everything I tell him to do. He has two jobs, and I tell him, you only have two things I always want you to do: be respectful and bring home good grades. And he's been excelling ever since. So, I love him for everything he's been doing. And, like I said, he wants his own identity. That's why he goes by the name of DJ. Mm-hmm. And to be in the 10th grade and finish all Metro and a 1A player of the year and stuff like that.
Wow.
It's just remarkable what he's accomplished in 1 year.
Did he come to Edmondson because of you, or he would have gone there if he wasn't there?
Well, he started out at St. Francis his 9th grade year, and to be honest with you, I was about to retire. Because I've been there for so long. But once he got frustrated with things at St. Francis, he said, "Dad, I'm coming up there with you." So now I gotta stay for at least 2 more years,
right,
until he graduates.
To get him out of there.
Yeah.
Troy, did you see the updated old?
I definitely saw that. I got to give a quick Orioles up. I didn't get my sound effect. You can do the applause when I finish. We just see that Gunnar Henderson hit a grand slam, so we're now 8-1. Say it again.
Who are they playing?
They're playing the Blue Jays, man. So we're in our division, man. We need these games. And let me know what inning it is, Denise. 8-1, I'm taking.
You guys should turn this game.
No.
Look, I'm only drinking Snapple, man. Don't make me get something stronger.
Yo, please no. No, yo, please.
They are rolling. Leave them alone.
Yes. How do you, are you a gym teacher also, Coach?
No.
You're not a gym teacher?
No, not a gym teacher. I give them too much time basketball and baseball. So I'm retired from Verizon, but I do volunteer and come up to school almost every day just to help out, just to make sure everything is going well with the kids.
Once you become head coach of the basketball team, you're not a gym teacher. You know you're supposed to be in there with your Converse on.
Well, that rule has been changed. My title, my actual title is emergency coach. So one of the teachers actually wanted to coach the team. They actually give first priority, unless, since I've been so successful, I had to do something outrageous for one of the teachers to actually get the job. So, but the job normally goes to somebody that's in the school.
In the school system, right?
Yes.
Shoot, you got that championship.
That's major.
That's in any sport. That buys you a little more time. Even if you don't win it, they come at you and be like, look.
Yeah. Try to get it. Yeah, but like I said, they look at the success rate for our program overall, and with the young men that we've been putting out there as becoming successful. So we pretty much been doing okay since we've been in.
Now that you got a state championship, what's your next goal?
2.
With my son here, he's telling me that we're going to win the next 2 years. So my goal has to be 2 more state championships. And the only way you gotta reach for the top.
All right. Who's the toughest? Who's your toughest team right now?
The toughest teams in Baltimore City has always been the normals, the Lake Cliftons, Patterson, Holly, City. Like I said, City just had an undefeated season. We lost the City in the City Championship in a real good game. They beat us by, I think, 3 in the City Championship. So the City, Patterson, Lake Clifton, Dunbar, Holly, all those are the public schools that are real good.
I'm about to go, man.
Maybe we do a broadcast from one of the schools. That being my alma mater and all. We might have some favor with the coach, and we could do a live show from one of the games.
Are you going to be calm, though, man? This is how he asked me just then.
Let me tell you, the atmosphere that we have in Edmondson now, we have the band playing, and we have a DJ. So we packed the gym now.
So do not try to take the DJ spot, man.
No, I would enjoy the game.
Like I said, the school spirit is phenomenal. The cheerleaders is about 15 to 20 cheerleaders.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, we had like 6.
So like I said, the school spirit is phenomenal. Our principal, he pretty much helps us out with anything that we need. My athletic director, DeWitt Doss, he's been phenomenal. Like I said, we've been traveling. Every year I take the kids down to a basketball tournament down the Eastern Shore. Just to get the kids. Some of the kids never left off of Edmondson Avenue, or they stayed in their one little box.
Right.
This year, coming for Christmas, we're going to Niagara Falls.
Wow. And you need a chaperone?
Yeah, you can go.
Yeah, chaperone.
You ain't. It's gonna be too cold for you, Rock. You ain't going.
So that's the good thing about when you're winning and everyone wants to be a part of your program. Everyone wants to see the kids. So you want to put them on the national scene. So we are in a big tournament, Christmas break weekend, like the 27th through the 29th. We up in Niagara Falls.
Do you recruit, and do you have a system where your kids are recruited?
Yes, of course, every day I'm one of my close friends, named Mike. He went to Carver. He does a good thing, like he called it the Fathers in the Hood. So he has a tournament up in Easterwood. So I'm up there every Saturday just watching the kids. I'm recruiting every day. So you only as good as your last game. So I gotta make sure we can't have the success that we're having without feeder system like Bentlow and those type of rec centers. So I have to go. I spoke at Bentlow Recreation Center at their closing ceremony a couple of weeks ago. So but I'm always recruiting.
And what about getting your kids recruited, getting some eyes on them for some of these big schools?
And I'm glad you said that. That's one of the things of us planning going to Niagara Falls. I got some of my kids now, Marcus Jackson and Chase Foster, are top 100 kids in the country. So Marcus is getting recruited by University of Maryland, Kentucky, and some of the real big schools. Chase, St. Bonaventure, and all those guys are going at the Chase. So that's the one thing about it. We get starting to get seen by a lot of the big schools, and even with DJ starting to get looks from all the Ivy League schools as well. So so the recruiting, and then I also have a junior that's about to be a senior, Josiah, that's being recruited by a bunch of big schools as well.
And that benefits the rest of the team because, them looking at one player, they can get their eye on another player. So that's some good stuff right there.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. Like I said, my whole thing is, even with DJ, my whole thing is I don't want to pay for college. So
I know the feeling.
I get all of them, get all them scholarships, and I feel that my job is done.
See, you know what? This shows the difference between. See, this is something my old man always used to say. Not everybody with a whistle is a coach. And this man y'all down here now is a coach.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. You know out there, whistling while looking at the kids' parents. I should say not just.
Yeah, I'm gonna put your picture after that one, man. Make sure the comments come from Yale. But go ahead, man.
But there are a lot of people out there who think they can coach and think it's easy, and it's not easy. And that part of developing young boys into young men into men is the key to all of it. And I've had some nephews who were hell of a athletically inclined, and we did 4 years at high school with coaches who had no more business carrying a whistle than I do flying a jet airplane. So, not interested in developing the kids and the men, even though they, all my nephews came from South Home. But there's that Bill, I asked my oldest nephew the other day about one of his teammates. I haven't been from college. So you can build that. that togetherness, that good, that stays with you. I'm still friends with people I wrestled with and played sports with in high school. We still stay in touch.
Right.
What you're doing, that's to be commended. It ain't easy, and it's not. It's not the rule, though it should be.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, Coach, if you had 12 guys from Mount St. Joe and 12 guys from Edmondson, who would win?
You know what's going on. It'll be a tough one, but I think Emerson will get him.
You got to pick the. What we talking about today?
Yeah.
No, we don't want to listen. We don't want to do errors and stuff like that because Mount St. Joe has had some good athletes, but Emerson most definitely has some good athletes as well. So we can go player for player, and I think we're gonna be able to compete.
I could not comment like right now, like who's on the team. I couldn't tell you. I mean, it's not even about that. Look, I'm trying really hard to let everybody see how he said how I was going to come out. Yeah, because look, bro, look, it's purple. St. Joe was purple, Ray was purple. You know I go all out. And I went out of my way not to wear purple today, man. So, but I could have put on red. But then I might have said Walker. I might have Woodlawn or something. I might have no. What color?
Red and black.
Oh, they too?
Yeah, they red and black.
Man, on what side they on their color options, bro.
Okay.
Anyway,
if you had 12 kids from St. Joe, 12 kids from Edmondson, and it was a team fight, who's going to win?
Listen. Now, people in St. Joe, this is what they're going to do. This is what I'm going to do. We all got cars. We get in the car. We'll go back. It was weird, man. I would say that St. Joe, there's a lot of people from St. Joe who lived in the village.
Right.
So it was weird walking past because I'm talking to everybody anyway. Right. The only thing that would make me mad is they going inside. I still got some more walking to do. That used to get on my nerves, man.
Wait, anyway, why didn't you go down like Monastery or something?
Why am I going to see? Why would I walk in the opposite direction?
No, if you're on Mount Holly, they'll make it right on Monastery.
You just said Allendale. I'm going Allendale.
In which direction?
You the after walk down the hill to come back up to the school. Why not just Coach D? You familiar with that? Which way would you walk to school? In the 600, 500,
300 blocks. What are you talking about? I'm on our side of the alley.
You might want to do one of those rusty guys. He might not want to go. That he was going to Mount St. Joe.
My jacket had the letters on the back. I had the bottom one in the front, but they had St. Joe in the back, man.
The funny about it is we were over late, playing late, probably about 10 years ago. And Coach Tree was a real friend of mine. And we had beat them that game. And we're down in the locker room. So his kids were, they were upset. So Tree was like, Coach Dantzler, you got to get your kids. I got thugs over here. I look at him and said, Coach Tree. You think I got thugs that I turned into basketball. Don't get it twisted. There's different kids from the village. But we'll always joke about that. But that's the one thing I can say about when because everybody when they see some of the violence, like the issue that we had at Popeyes, it had absolutely nothing to do with the school.
Yeah, with the school, right?
It had absolutely nothing to do with the school. So the negative press that we got behind that, and to be honest with you, I thought coming over to Emerson that I was going to have a bunch of issues with like gangs and violence and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It's been a total opposite. Some of the surroundings of the school are hard to deal with at times, but the kids at the school, the kids that come to school, they there because they want to learn. Mm-hmm. And once you gave them guidance and gave them, like I said, gave them the love and gave them structure, we have had no problems over at Emerson at all.
That's a lot, man. That says a whole lot, especially coming from the temperature of the environment that school is located in.
Right.
And the fact that you saying that you got kids that's focusing on their education, you got kids that's disciplined enough to go out and win a state championship, because that's not an easy feat, you know. And I get so mad. I go off on a tangent so often here at the station about the media, because y'all will spend so much time on talking about the negativity of these kids. Not once did we see the media coverage of the fact that they won a state championship.
Right.
They never the fact that he did it and had one senior on his team. All those things are accomplishments, and it's a feat that everybody's not going to be able to accomplish. But the news media don't get ratings for promoting stuff like that. But they could talk about how 1,000 kids was in the inner harbor and it was chaos down there. It wouldn't be chaos if we paid more attention to the stuff that this man is talking about now.
Mm-hmm.
It just burns me up, man.
Yeah, well, the one thing I will say about even to try to help the kids out, we got to get the parents more involved. You know, some of the kids, if they haven't been shown the way, they're not going to know how to succeed. And you know, so that's all we've been trying to do over Emerson is just give them a different outlet, show them give them a different culture, give them a different avenue for them to succeed. My job as a coach, and I always stick by this, is to remove the obstacles out of the kids' way to help them to succeed. And once you do stuff like that, sky's the limit for them.
How many personal home visits have you made to try to keep a kid on the right track?
Oh, the relentless, the stories that, I mean, I would have to go offline and tell you some of the, you wouldn't believe some of the stories that we've had, some of the issues that we had. But again, I wouldn't change it for the world, because when you're doing stuff like that, when you're making a home business, because like I said, a lot of them come from single parent homes, or some of them don't have parents at all, or they live with their grandparents and stuff like that. So
Right.
so some of the issues that we do have, like I said, my coaching staff, we try to help the kids out as much as we can. So I will be lying if I say it hasn't been difficult. But like I said, the success stories from what we have had speaks volumes for our program, and speaks volumes for the kids for the job well done that they've been doing.
That's major, man.
Yeah. Wow. Let me know, Nicole, if you're still here in Echo. Let me know. Yeah, baseball is a tough sport because our problem was trying to find enough people to play, and we always had to create a game. We used to do home run derby, and I don't know how y'all did it, but I know if we would have like 5 people. It's funny how we would do it versus if I go out in the county, they would do it a whole different way. They would say if we had 12 people, whatever, then you break up teams of 3. You know what I mean? You run around until you get 3 outs. We were like, no, we divide it in half. Whatever works, and we sent 5 guys in the field. If you hit it over there, it's an out because ain't nobody over there. It was, and so when you know this, I'm just thinking of me, the stuff we used to create, the way we would play football. You got 4 downs, period. Ain't no 10 yards. So when I'm learning the rules, I'm like, wait a minute, we can go 10 yards. Like, it was easy to me, but then the coaches was the key. They didn't understand.
Well, see, the one thing about Baltimore basketball, and even when we go out to the county schools, or when we go to play some of the other schools, Baltimore has a mental toughness that a lot of the other schools, a lot of other kids just don't have. And then when the kids, they see our facilities compared to these some of these county facilities, it makes them hungry, and it makes you want to channel their energy to say, okay, we want to because if you see Emerson's track, you wouldn't believe
I just saw it.
People would run on that track. So for us not to have the resource that we have to exceed and excel in the classroom and on the basketball court and on the baseball field.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, this speaks volume for the kids. It's like they get a hunger, or they get it's almost like they know they gotta play harder because of the conditions of the field and stuff like that. So, whatever advice you have to try to get that edge, and we feed off of that, and then we just go from there.
Shout out to Queen Brodie. She said she's the night trivia champion.
Oh, she won?
Yeah, she won.
She was having a rough day today, man.
She thought she's having a rough day.
No, this was all work related. But see, I try to show you respect with your guy here, but you about to make me okay. Look, we about to go into karaoke time now. Don't make me start quoting out your songs.
Coach D, this is what we was talking about when you say make the wrong choices with your friends.
Right.
This is what I'm talking about.
I got
He
you.
look, you've been here way longer.
I
I just happen to look at the time. It don't matter, man. It's recorded. I'll post every day, and I'll share your Luther song.
With friends like him, I don't need enemies.
I was just saying, Rock, you gonna sing karaoke? I'm gonna sing Big Luther, not Little Luther.
But it was supposed to be done in private. He would never put his phone away. The moment I grabbed the mic, the phone straight came out.
Boy, Scooby-Doo.
Coach D, I want you to know that WBG is behind you 100%, man.
Yep.
Not only because I am alumni, but because anything we can do for the youth, that I'm all for it, man. Anywhere from 8 to 10 times a year, I'm in the schools DJing. Like this last month, I might have been in the school 6 times.
Okay.
So if there's ever a thing where you want to have a fundraiser or something and you need us on board, don't hesitate to reach out to us, man. We got your back at all costs.
All right, thanks. I most definitely appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you taking the time to even to come in here. You could have, well, with Rock being here, I understand. Rock, you did it yourself, man.
Somebody from Luke's like Joe in here.
We could have used him on Saturday. That's all I'm gonna say about that. We could have used some of that coaching on Saturday. So I'm not gonna bring up old stuff. But
All right, so give us 30 seconds before you go somewhere and explain how my friends that love me so much tricked me, right?
Ain't no trick.
A group of supporters from the show opened up a Pull-Up Johnny. You're old enough to remember what Pull-Up Johnny's is, correct?
Yes.
They opened up one in Edmondson, Maryland, right? Which is like right by Dundalk.
Okay.
So up until this point, I've been supporting these guys. They needed a DJ. I had their back. They need advertising. I had their back. So now it's come to this grand opening. I thought I would do my part to support them by maybe possibly DJing or advertising the grand opening. Guess how they had me support the grand opening? A Pull-Up Johnny's eating contest. This.
And here's
What you need to know. Rock, I'm going to put it out there. Is you old enough to remember Jack Lusty?
Yes.
You know? So, look, Rock is like, wait a minute, if I get in the contest, that means I don't have to pay for the hot dogs. I mean, look, he ain't slick. He said those, how I get picked? He knew he was going to eat. Look, I
never knew anything about signing up anything. My friends did it without me knowing.
one.
The flyer says, Pull-Up Johnny eating contest, celebrity guest DJ Rock Nice. That's how I found out.
You know, he asked you
I
first.
believe you volunteered for that. I heard that you volunteered for that. I heard that.
How they gonna print
your sources?
How they gonna print the flyer without asking you? They're like, is what you doing? And I'm like, I'm sure he probably would. Listen to me. Listen to the whole story. I said he probably would. I will ask him. Look, everything we say, because sometimes we'll start talking. I'll save it because I need evidence. Right. So I'll save it for over there. And if we do talk about it, I'll bring it up again. It's all on tape, bruh. You said
I need receipts. I need receipts. Dude.
not until the week of the event. The last week, he's like, how I get in it? How you get picked for this? He didn't say none of that week before. Now it's almost time. He said it last Tuesday. He said it Friday. But guess what? Saturday, he was there.
So how did you do?
I was tired of last place. Listen, Man, you know how to
Here's what I want to say. I ate 2 hot dogs myself. If you get 1, ate 10.
Right. You got 10 minutes to do. The thing though, Rock. I'm gonna say this real quick, and I'm gonna be accurate. I'm not gonna exaggerate enough. When Rock is DJing, right? I've seen him. Look, you already know. The first time he DJed for us, we were at the Forum. He was DJing. He was doing our sound. I'm in a band, so we needed a sound guy. He's like, yeah, I'll do it. I can do it for sound and stuff. So we at the Forum, right now. It didn't occur to me that Rock's a DJ. He's probably been at the Forum a million times. They got this buffet is off the chain at the Forum.
The chicken is off the hook. The chicken is to die for.
He got us. He hooking up stuff. Next thing I know, he done popped on some Silk Sonic and left the room. We sitting there trying to tune up and everything. Why is it so loud? So I'm trying to figure out how to turn it down because I'm thinking maybe he went to the bathroom, maybe changed his clothes. He comes back with plates. Plates. Hit an S. He comes back with plates. Bro is eating, right? We get it together. He goes, like, he's going back and forth. I'm sitting there going to myself because I done seen the history. Oh, I just ain't right? That's the first time. The second time, put it like this, anytime we played where there was buffet of food, we couldn't find our salmon. It's like, anybody know what Rock is? I'm like, well, he's probably in the bathroom. That's me being hopeful. No, where's the chicken? Where's the plate? Where the plates? Yes.
I gotta get mine in. That's part of my pay. That's part of my pay, and I'm not gonna shortchange myself.
So now we're gonna go to the Polak Johnny's. I think the problem was normally he's eating and don't nobody know it. He's done. The fact that we're looking at him probably made you more tense. He's actually chewing slow. He's drinking in between. He's breathing. I ain't never seen none of that before.
He's trying to enjoy it.
Yeah.
He's trying to get him grazing. He's grazing like a cattle.
I see him chew like is he okay? Is he like he was just, I don't know. I'm like, when you count, I gotta chew 20 times. I don't know what you was doing, man. But when you had at Jazz's party with them ribs, he pop on a long ass song. Once I see him doing his hands, I know he'll put some cleaner.
Man is on the phone. He has a meat smoking business.
A minute. Yell turned 60, and I got pictures of that where Rock, like the music is playing, so I turned around and took a picture because there was no DJ.
It's funny.
Selfie because he was behind me, right? And I was like, I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off. I told the truth, though.
Before the event he was talking about, Yale comes in and brings this platter of ribs, right?
Mm-hmm.
These ribs, they off the chain, bro. You gotta get you some. Okay. Or tell him to bring his grill up to one of the home games or something and just park outside the cafeteria. Okay. But his ribs are so meaty, they fall off the bone, right? So this is Tuesday. We fell in love with these ribs and had a good time. We get to Saturday, and he brings me a plate of ribs that look like they on crack. Like, what's up, man? Don't try to make me look bad.
Yale.
Yes, sir.
I need you to understand that the views that you are hearing do not represent those of the King Brodie show. I'm just letting you know. I had no problem with your ribs, bro. I had no problems. As a matter of fact, next time you can wait till the show is over and meet me outside and just hand me the tray, man. And I'll tell you
first.
It don't matter. I'm not gonna say nothing bad about him. You up there?
Yeah, you can use Luca Brasi to get your payment for your ribs.
I'm just saying.
He's fine with me. Look, bro, I don't want to hold you up, man. I know. Look,
help me run in his credentials real quick and tell us about the championship real quick to refresh those that logged on late.
You know he can hear you, right?
I'm sitting right here.
I'm not on the phone talking to him. All right, wait. Look, I gotta get the camera all over you, man. Let you get all this set. All right, go ahead. What you want him to say, Rod? Say it one more time. I was joking. No, go ahead. Give your credentials, bro.
All right, well, of course, I'm Coach Dantzler, head coach, head varsity basketball coach at Edmondson High School, and a varsity baseball coach. We had 3 state championships in my tenure. We've been to the championship 6 times with 3 state championships. My GD has won nine basketball championships. We just won a regional baseball championship as well.
Yeah. Well, you got to stand and know that one too.
Yeah.
And look, and being from the village, man. Like I got mad love for Edmondson, man. Regardless of what Rock says, I do have mad love, and anything positive in Baltimore because I'm a Baltimore guy.
Right.
So anything positive from us, that nationally, especially nationally, is one thing because everything seems to be political right now. So if you're from a certain party, you need to pick certain cities to say things about and all that. I'm not really for that. But if you live here, you're in Maryland, and especially when it's us, it's like I want to hear positive stuff. I see a lot of things. I go a lot of places. I go to a lot of. We did a nice event Sunday, right? Stuff that you don't necessarily hear about, where it's educated people, positive people, and people trying to make a difference. And I hear all of that. And I love good coaches. I don't know if there's more good coaches than I realize, but I know that when there are good coaches, they don't necessarily get enough credit.
Okay.
And it helps with what you're doing with the kids. I love that part about kids being motivated by their grades. Because if you want to play, if you really want to play,
you'll get it done. Yeah, I agree.
Troy, can we get him to either bring or send a couple of kids?
I just want to say that in my day, I always made straight A's. Always. Now, since I was an art student, it was easy, but I always made straight A's. My B's were a little crooked.
Yeah, I was gonna say you put them on the canvas. Look, that's another guy. We'll talk about it. Would you add?
Is it possible that we can get him to either bring or send a couple of kids from the team so we can get their perspective?
Sure. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. Let me know. We set it up.
We open door policy. You all hear us say we coming this Tuesday.
Okay.
We here every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Yeah, but let us know. Let us know so we don't go crazy and so they can get out of here. Well, no, it's summertime now. You be look. Parents be like, take them.
Right. Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey, man, I definitely appreciate it. I really do.
Right.
Even with Rock being here, the fact that you want to come back. Remember, the emergency stay inside is over here. Why you looking at me like that, Rock?
Glad to see you, man. Thank you so much, man.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you.
Have a good one.
All right, now be safe, man. Man, that was a good guess. Great guess, man.
Boy, I'm 4 for 4.
I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't giving you credit for nothing. Man. Now look, let me tell you something. It's one thing.
Can you get that on the game real quick before we move on?
Wait a minute, I can pull one up.
All right.
If I think I get it real quick, unless somebody sends something. 9-2.
Good deal.
It's only in the 5th inning.
And Troy, can I take a second? I want to do something.
Scared.
Nah. All jokes aside, I want the supporters of the station. I really appreciate y'all to be able to stand out there and see the supporters of the station. I know we were there for Pollock Johnny's, but I really felt good because I felt like I had my personal friends there. You know, seeing you, seeing Bob, seeing the Queen, definitely Yale. Yale, you made that entrance that much easier for me because we had kept asking about you. Probably we didn't even know you were there. But to line up at that table and hear you call my name and turn around and see it's you, it means a lot, brother. So I appreciate all the support that WMEG and Welcome to Birdland had at the grand opening of Pollock Johnny. So thank y'all so much, man.
Let me say my favorite Yale moment. My favorite Yale moment of Saturday was Johnny Lang making the announcement for people to move their cars from next door to Crab Lake. We need everyone to move their cars. We share the parking lot. Yeah. And when he screamed, I didn't even know.
Well, you know it was really funny because I watched your live stream later, Troy, and I got there after he made the initial announcement about people crash talking in the parking lot.
Well, the funny thing is, they did it more than once. So they would make the announcement, cars would leave, and there's more spaces. So I was seeing it all day. It was just funny when it was you, because you're the only one got called out by name.
When I pulled up, I was waved into the spot. And I thought it was a joint effort thing, and I was like, I'm not going to park over there across the street from the school. At the school, because I'm just not going to do that.
No,
right.
But they had the school. The school was available, and I don't know what was on the other side. But they've been saying it all day, man. It was just funny because Johnny was nervous all day. And a shout out to Johnny Lang, man, because I was happy for him because it was a good event. And he had a band come out. He had this other lady was singing, and the lady that did the opera.
Yeah.
Because I was sitting there, I'm like, as soon as I hear, I can't help it. It's the Baltimore thing. As soon as I hear the national anthem, I'm waiting for
right. That's a big part of the song.
Yeah, and I'm like, are these people gonna look at me? You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I remember one time at my son's basketball game,
and you screamed out, "Oh!"
Me and the guy. And we both yelled, "Oh!" And it was dead silent. And he said, nobody said a word, but he wanted to yell. We was in Glen Burnie. We was out of state. Anyway, it was nice to see you there, Yale. And Yale, and what I like, two things about Yale, him getting called out by Johnny. Had you talked to Johnny Lang at that point before that? Or he just knew it was you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit. Just for an episode. When I walked to the store and bought 3 packages of hot dogs.
That's my second favorite thing about you, Yale. That was my second favorite thing because you came out, you made me go, "Oh, that's right." Go ahead, yeah. I'm sorry. You made me go in and get a pack.
Hot dogs were good, man. I could have eaten 5 of them that day myself.
You should have
You couldn't have. Yo, did you see who actually won the contest?
No, because I was behind you screaming. Yeah, I was doing my best imitation.
It was funny because the young lady from 98 Rock, let me tell you, first of all, this gentleman drives a C8 Corvette.
Mm-hmm.
He drives a C8 Corvette. He was pulling out the parking lot. Me and the lady from 98 Rock was walking over to the parking lot. She said, "Do you know what it does? You fit in that car." I was dying laughing, man.
And the guy that was coaching him, the guy that was holding up the numbers, his name is DJ, right? DJ. When I met DJ when we were filming the Baltimore Bomb, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were doing a scene where Johnny, who's the hero, he's chasing this guy, and then he's supposed to climb. They're jumping over a fence, and Johnny's supposed to get hung up on the fence from his cape or his coat or something because he's got like this long, like a duster. Mm-hmm. So he gets hung up, and the guy is supposed to walk back, and he's supposed to like insult him and say stuff. "Oh, you thought you had me," blah blah blah, and he's saying stuff. And DJ is like, no, DJ's not in the scene. We're all on the side watching, and we're trying to help because when Johnny's hanging upside down, we got to hold him until they say action and then get out the way so you can see him hanging upside down. So he's supposed to walk towards him, and DJ, who's tight with Johnny, right? He's like, no. You're supposed to say you talk about how old he is. Talk about it. So the guy comes back. He's like, yeah, you thought you had me. But he's like, no, call him a geriatric fuck. And he kept, and I was dying, man. So every time, when you'll know when you see that guy, he'll come up to me and he'll say, "Geriatric fuck." I laugh. What you're supposed to say? It's cable.
Right.
You can say, and he wouldn't do it. And I love Trey. I love you, man. But I wanted you to call him a geriatric fuck. I wanted to see that because that was the thing. He's getting older, and he's still trying to change. Picture Batman getting older. It's like, yo, you not as fast as you used to be. But anyway, that's what that reminded me of. So Yale, to you, Yale, I appreciate you coming out with those packs, man. Because I went back in, got my work sauce. Did you throw them on the grill? Did you grill them, or how'd you fix them?
One pack is still in the refrigerator. Another pack I gave to some friends of mine who had never heard of Pull Out Johnny's.
They're gonna be friends.
So I donated them and another pack I took over my mom's and slept with my mom. We cooked them last night.
Mm-hmm.
Had them for dinner. But I haven't. Yeah, the pack that's here for me. They will go on the grill. I bought a new grill. Excuse me, that I will put together. I just need I can eat myself grill, not a big smoker when I'm doing work. Just a grill I can have when I grill myself. So they will be grilled. Yeah.
Okay.
10-2
for this
up, Troy.
weekend.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, yeah, I gotta get my, wait a minute, look, let me get my sound back up. Wait a minute, breaking news, wait a minute. I guess they can hear that. I love that. Orioles up 10-2, man. See that yell? It's working. Do not look at the game. Just listen to me.
What channel is it on?
It's on 45.
Yes, 45.
Wait a minute.
Hey, yeah, we need some insight, man, from our Randallstown, Kings Park. What's going on with Bateman, man?
Just, they ease him back here, man. It's okay. A little cortisone shot on his toe. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. This is just mini camp. The whole team this is the first time the whole team is required to be there. Again, it's nothing but flag football, not even flag, touch football, and you got OBJ out there catching passes. Nothing really going on. There's meetings and just getting the feel for everybody. I would not put any stock into who's practicing hard and who's not practicing hard until we get to actual training camp.
And
it's not a big deal.
Flowers was having hammy issues.
Hammy?
I thought Flowers was having hammy issues.
He was after practicing. He was a little soft tissue coming out of the last camp. You gotta remember he also hasn't signed his contract yet. So then I'm going. And he's the only member of the rookie class that hasn't signed. Wow, that's not unusual because none of the first round picks. I don't think any of the first round picks are signed yet.
But why? What's the holdup?
It's just business as usual. 15 years ago, when rookies held out, there's a rookie salary scale, and people start getting signed where they're slotted. So after all the money is assigned, which it already has been, now the first round picks have to be slotted. So if you're the number one overall pick, your first year you're going to make more than the guy picked 24 or wherever say Flowers was picked. So it's just a matter of starting that sliding to come down. It's not a problem at all.
Okay, so there's nothing to be worried about. Like he potentially won't be here. That's just a matter of finalizing the business.
Yeah, there's no problem with that at all. And let me just say that next Tuesday I will not be available for the show because I have my quarterly meeting at the castle. So get the questions ready and give them to me so I can bend people's ears when I get there.
How's Lamar feeling? What's the temperature of Lamar? Is he happy? Is he satisfied?
I think he's more than happy.
All right, look, let me say something real quick because I got something I want to share with y'all. Before I do that, let me do something real quick. I'm gonna spend 1 minute on some baseball stuff because I got some power rankings I want to talk about real quick. NFL power rankings this time, yeah. From Kansas City.
They ain't played a damn game.
Right. From Kansas City. But it's just to get their perspective. But real quick, I'm gonna say something about since the Orioles are up in second place, they were the third team to get 40 wins this year. I'm still feeling good about them. This is from MLB Power Rankings from CBS Sports. Ain't no need in going over all of them. I'll just give you the top 10 real quick. Good enough?
Yes.
All right. Number 10, Miami Marlins. Number 9.
Miami Marlins?
Yeah, the Marlins.
Miami or Florida Marlins?
Miami.
Really? When that happened?
In football.
No, first, because we can get into the baseball.
Okay.
Yeah, baseball first. Marlins. Number 9, the Astros. Number 8, the Blue Jays. And it said Tough road trip coming up for the Jays as they'll visit the Orioles, Rangers, and Marlins for 3 games each. So they already saying Blue Jays got their work cut out for them. Number 7. Oh, wait a minute. What I said? That was number 8. All right, number 7. The Dodgers. Number 6. They still in there. Them damn Yankees, bro. The Yankees in there.
That's on name only.
Yeah, but I mean, their record. Our division, man, is a beast. Our division is just crazy. Just picture that in the top 10. This is a different one. We got the Blue Jays, who's in 4th place. We got the Yankees, who's in 3rd place. Next is the Diamondbacks, number 5. Number 4, they got the Orioles. We're in 2nd place. You know what I mean? 4 of our 5 teams are in the top 10, man. And this is through CBS, so I didn't pick the other one. They got the Orioles at number 4, and they said things might be. I printed this yesterday, right? It said things might be clicking for Gunnar Henderson. Remember, he's still only 21 years old. This month, he's 11-24 with a double and 4 homers, 7 RBIs, 6 runs. And tonight, he just hit a grand slam. That's before this was even written. After this was typed up. You know what I mean? So make that instead of, what did I say? 4 home runs, now he's got 5 instead of 7 RBIs. Add 4 more to that, man. He's killing right now. Number 3, the Braves. Number 2, the Rangers. Number 1, the Rays. And the Rays, they got the number 1 record. The Rangers beat us in a series, so they're number 2. But we're still in it, man. Top 4, I'll take it. But when it's all said and done, I'd be really surprised. We got to fall apart not to get the playoffs. And by the way, we have after this series with the Blue Jays, which is in our division and ranked in the top 10, we go to Chicago. We got Chicago, and then we got the first place squad, Tampa Bay, which we already beat them in a series earlier. So if things go well, maybe we'll be in first place next week this time. You know what I mean? All right, moving on. Let me make sure I got that right. 3 games against them. Yeah, then we got Chicago. Yep, then it's the Blue Jays, Tampa Bay Rays. All right, check this out. You ready, Yale? I'm going to see how you feel. And this is ranking the AFC's teams after the Chiefs. That's what it says, because this is the Kansas City Chiefs power rankings. So it worked out. We just beat up on the Kansas City Royals and swept them. So I'm like, just see what they got going on over there. All right, so this is from Arrowhead Pride. All right, check this out. I'm going to work from the bottom. We know the Chiefs are number 1, right? Where we at? All right, let's start with 16. Ain't no need going on. Should you shoot 10?
No.
Go. Okay, I started 16. That's the lowest I got. 16, they got Las Vegas Raiders. 15, the Texans above the Raiders, man. What you think about that? Is it 2 bad teams? Is Yale there?
Yeah.
All right, number 14, we got the Colts. I don't know. All of them are bad. Huh?
Yeah, we still here.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Did I lose you?
Yeah, I didn't hear you at first. Can you hear me now? Uh-oh. Something going on. We're working on it. Hold on. We'll make sure.
Nah,
He's there? He's just having trouble hearing us.
Yale. He said he had a real phone. Yale.
Oh,
That wasn't us.
I'll keep reading out maybe he'll get back on by the time we get to the So anyway, 16 Raiders, 15 Houston, 14 Colts, 13 the Titans, man. Yale's on here like he's saying what happened. I'm like, we lost you, Yale. Call back if you can, sir. We got a couple. It's 9:03. We got a couple minutes. I still got work to do. All right. Let me work my way up to. Let me go to number 10. You ready for this, bro?
Yeah. Yale is there.
You there, Yale?
Sorry, 15, 16, what?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to. That's kind of weird. I'm gonna go to number 10. In case I'm reading this wrong. Number 10.
So let me just clarify this. Let me clarify this extensions. I got dropped and didn't right here. This is after the season, as the season ended last year.
No,
Based on how the season ended last year.
no, it's as of June right now.
Okay.
So they only
Right now, and we're outside the top 10.
yeah, they're only doing the AFC teams because they're trying to see how the teams rank up to Denver. I mean, Kansas City.
This is bullshit. Go ahead.
I'm not hating because they at the bottom.
All right.
But keep in mind, this is Kansas City's thing. So I'm gonna put you. I'm gonna go to the top 10. All right, number 10, they got Pittsburgh. It's only AFC. It's not AFC. It's not the entire league.
Keep going.
All right, number 9, Patriots. How you feeling so far? All right, number 8.
Like this is some.
They got the Chargers. Number 7, Jacksonville. And they got no comments about them. I'll save it till we get in the top 5. They put the Dolphins at number
6. What's number 6?
Number 6 was the Jets. So they got number 5 is Miami Dolphins.
Number 4.
All right, number 4. It's gonna be interesting now. They got Cincinnati Bengals. It's like this will surprise people, but I still think Cincinnati is very good. Their offense grew tremendously throughout last season, and their defense has always defended elite quarterbacks well. They're still serious Super Bowl contenders, man. I just think there are 3 other teams that will be better. Right?
Yeah.
Number 2, number 1 is Kansas City. So we ain't worried about number 1. Number 3, Buffalo. They think Buffalo's better than the Bengals. There's been too much negativity around Buffalo this offseason. Josh Allen was playing at an MVP level before his UCL injury, and now that he's healthy, I expect him to return to that level of play. It's legitimate to criticize Buffalo's defense for their performances against elite quarterbacks, but if Von Miller can return to all that, blah, 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 it's going to be top 10 defense last year's Buffalo all-season nightmare. But I expect the team to bounce back. So you know what team we haven't mentioned. Number 2, Baltimore Ravens, man. So you know, look, if I call out power ranking.
I thought you said we were 16.
No.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought I heard.
No,
when I heard Pittsburgh number 10,
I'm like, wait.
No. 16 was. Look, you got me flipping pages. Wait a minute, I've been throwing stuff around.
Because when I heard Pittsburgh number 10, I was like, I don't even want to hear the rest of this goddamn list.
No.
Exactly.
No. They got Baltimore at number 2. Wait a minute, let me throw the baseball stuff over here. Nah, it was scrounging for paper. 16 was the. I said Raiders. You might have thought I said Raiders. No, Raiders.
It sound like Ravens. It sound like Ravens to me.
That's the rest of the list, yo.
No.
Because there's only 22 teams, and it's last in the AFC.
No. Do it again. Las Vegas, then Houston, and then the Colts. So 16, 15, 14.
Okay.
Raiders.
I found that problem with that already.
Yeah.
Yeah, Houston should be. Houston is not above the Raiders. The Raiders are going to be good, but they're better than Houston.
Oh, okay. But as long as they're on that side, and Titans. So 13, 14, 15, 16, they got Titans, Colts, Houston, and the Raiders.
Who's going to be the quarterback for Pittsburgh? How the hell are they number 10?
Well, I'm saying he's basically.
They have the quarterback, but they ain't. But he's not good. He's not good enough to have them in the top 10.
Well, let me tell you what he says about Baltimore. He says, and this is the only person I know that put Baltimore ahead of the Bengals. Because the Bengals, I'll tell y'all what I heard before I came in. He says, I'm all in on Baltimore. Last season, with a backup quarterback, the Ravens were 1 fumble away from beating the Bengals in a wild card game. After trading for Roquan Smith, their defense was one of the best in the league, replacing wide receivers DeMarcus Robinson. Oh, wait a minute. Replacing who? Rid of Duvernay. Oh, wait a minute. Let me read the whole thing. Replacing wide receivers DeMarcus Robinson, Devin Duvernay and Odell Beckham and Zay Flowers will boost the way he wrote it. I thought it was something else. Will boost their offense back to elite status. I think the Ravens will have a top 5 offense and defense, and they could be the league's only team to do that. He's the only dude that I hear giving respect to the Ravens, because as I was coming in, I'm changing the station and I was listening to the NFL Network on Sirius, and they were talking about Baltimore's I can't remember but they were had something to do with the defense, and the guy was talking about Cincinnati, how they lit us up, and I'm thinking he's got to be talking about 2021, right? The barrel fell for like almost 1,000 yards. That wasn't last year, right?
No, that was 2022. I mean 2021.
Okay, so I'm like, that's what annoyed me. I'm like, dude went back, and he's not even talking about the last game we played, which I give respect at least to the Kansas City dude. He just mentioned that fumble, which still irks me to this day. But they were talking about what Burrow did a couple years ago, and he's not even talking about our defense the way it was last year.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
And I want you and Yale both to answer this.
Okay.
Am I the only one that's feeling like our Ravens team this year is an all Madden team?
I think we still have some questions in certain spots. But,
Where?
I mean, we should have.
Where?
Well, left guard hasn't been decided at all yet. That's a competition. I personally don't think Rock Sin is an upgrade over a healthy Marcus Peters. We're not sure what the edge rushing situation is going to be. Everyone's high, and I mean, this time of year, everybody's high on everybody in all the teams, but everyone's high on Ojabo, but we've only seen him play half a game. Odafe is supposed to be better, but they have an outside pass rushing coach now who believes in more than just the bull rush. So that should help, but it's still yet to be seen. And they keep talking about, well, are they going to bring back Houston, or will the Ravens trade with the Vikings for Darnell Hunter, which I think would be.
Oh, did we lose him?
To be answered. And then you also, even with the offense, and I believe the offense is going to be great. I believe the offense, of course, is going to be 1,000 times better than what it was under Greg Roman. But we still haven't seen them play. And I'm judging that based on our defense at the end of the season, second half of the season, even before Raekwon got there, the defense started to gel. But those first 3 or 4 weeks, it was some tough games. We lost a lot of games in the last minute of the game. So, there's nothing to say the offense is going to gel that quickly, right out the butt. Maybe they will, maybe they won't, but it's yet to be seen. But I don't think the whole team is all Madden at this point. I think we got one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the league, not just the AFC. I think we got one of the top 3 tight ends in the league, not just the AFC. I think we've got a running game that we have to see how healthy these guys are going to be. But J.K. Dobbins, as a rookie, led the NFL in yards per attempt. Gus Edwards is a sledgehammer. I see Justin Hill as a guy. He could be special, but he's just a guy. I would like us to bring in a 4th running back just to spell those other 2. And then they got undrafted rookies on the team. New England just released a guy. I think they should bring him for a look-see, if not sign him. So then you got your receivers. OBJ, we all know OBJ is great, but OBJ, we got to see. Is he going to stay healthy? I think he's going to be great, but we got to see. Duvernay, I still say Duvernay should be used like a weapon, like Deebo Samuels is used in San Francisco. We got to see if Mark can do that. You got your offensive line. Okay. Well, and let's not forget Likely. I think Likely's going to be awesome, and he's going to surprise you. And I want to see what Kohler brings to the table. Offensive line, left tackle Ronnie Stanley should be back to his form before he got injured. Right tackle was solid with Moses. Right guard we know is good with Zeitler. Center is going to be good for years to come with Linderbaum. Left tackle has yet to be decided. There's a camp battle for that, and we're going to see what emerges, right? So that's the offense. We know we got the best kicker in the league.
Mm-hmm.
We know we got a really good punter. Defensive front line, Calais is gone. These young guys are going to step up and how they're going to play. I love Matabuke and the way he plays. I'm real excited to see Michael Pierce play more than a game or two this year. See how, what he does. But that's got to be decided. You got the kid that they drafted in the 3rd round last year from UConn. He should be pretty impressive. But you got to worry about that sophomore slump. Everybody has to worry about a rookie who showed potential in his rookie year. Can he back it up in his second year? As defensive front, linebacker, team's going to ball out. I wish they'd re-sign him. Roken are going to ball out. They drafted this rookie Simpson. He's going to be used in spot duty. But then again, as I said before, we got our edge rusher. What are we going to do? How are they going to look? Right? You got the secondary. Marlon is all Marlon. Marlon is great. One of the top 3 or 4 corners in them. But Rock is in on the other side. We don't know. What's going to be happening in the slot? We don't know. We got some second-year guys vying for that position. We don't know. We drafted a kid who could be good. He could come in and start right away in the slot. We'll see.
Hold up. Hey,
Yale.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. We got some more breaking news real quick. Orioles are up 11-2, and it's looking pretty good right now. Right?
I was waiting till the game was over.
Just waiting. Give me my win.
Huh?
What inning is it?
Oh, let's see. I didn't get that part. Like, look, it's like I'm already celebrating a win. Let's see what inning it is. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me let that Oriole bird run around with that flag real quick. It is, wow, 6th inning. This game, well, it has to be dragging because we keep scoring. So we're in, it's the end of the 6th, so it's really top of the 7th. We're going into the top of the 7th. So,
what channel is the game on? I got to see this.
That's just tell them.
13.
Make sure it ain't.
Channel 13? Let me turn channel 13.
No, what's the Playboy channel? Do they still have that?
54 is after 9 o'clock. 54.
Bruh.
Hey,
What's the score?
yeah. So Yale. You there, Yale?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Defensively, are we gonna, with the personnel that we have, are we gonna be in a 3-4 or 4-3?
See, but traditionally the Ravens run a hybrid. They either run, they don't. There's not a set. It's either 4-3 or 3-4, depending on. And sometimes they run a 5-3. So we'll see. I mean, it's unpredictable how they'll line up.
Well, I was asking.
They don't have a set philosophy.
Well, I was asking that because of the personnel you just named. Basically, you named linebackers and defensive ends. I mean, you didn't really mention any defensive tackles.
Hold on a second, Rock. Every time Troy plays that music for the Orioles, does the Oriole update, from that point on, I get a lot of static, and I think I get dropped. So hold on.
All right.
Because right now you're sounding like a
He mixed. They put him in the mix.
Can you hear it?
Yeah. I'm coming back because I can't understand what you guys are saying.
Oh, wow.
Maybe it's something to do. Let him call back. But I'm feeling good about the Orioles and the Ravens, man. I think it's funny. we're back to worrying about the defense again. You know what I mean? Because they still got to fill in. I still want to know what they're going to do with Peters. I would love for Peters to come back.
So where's the status of that though? Yeah.
Again, the status
what's the status of Peters though? I mean, he was supposed to be meeting with for a couple teams over the weekend. What's the status of him?
He don't want to play.
And now he's still unsigned.
This reminds
He wants
me
to come back here.
Yeah, remember when Jacoby was doing that, and he did not. He actually got offered more money. I want to say for New York. I want to say it was the Giants, I think, and he still came back to us for less money because he wanted to be here.
Yeah, but then he sucked.
Yeah, it was like, I mean, you can't get that money just to return, punts or whatever. No, he didn't do. It was kickoffs. He didn't do punts, did he? Did he do both?
Kickoff
And punts.
And he really got beat out by a undrafted rookie as receiver.
Yeah. I see it.
He had his moment in the sun, and he monetized it. Happy for him, but he really wasn't. Jacoby was a celebrity more than a professional player. Good professional player.
Just give a shout out to the Queen. She's saying the champ is back, so I take it she took it to him. Took it to him this week. So hopefully she brought back a snack or something from over there. But anyway, congratulations, Queen.
So yeah, all right. Defensively, you were saying that our yes will be the edge rushers, and you were saying what about gap control though? With our linebackers being the way that we are, we should be able to really stack and really have a certified defense when it comes to stopping the run, right?
We could, yeah. The run defense could still be really good. See how, but again, what made our run defense great over the years was we had Terrell Suggs on the edge, so everything was funneled inside. So we got to see how Ojabo and Odafe Owe, how they play the ends. Can they not, as young players, can they not get sucked inside and leave that edge open? We'll see.
What about corners? Our corners, they strong enough to play man, or we're gonna have to play like a cover two?
Again, as I was saying, I got to see Rocky Sin. I don't think that Rocky Sin is better than a healthy Marcus Peters, but prove me wrong. The Ravens, look, they get paid. Eric DeCosta and the scouts get paid a heck of a lot more money than I do, and they see this stuff all day. So we'll see. But I don't think of Rocky Sin as a better player than Marcus Peters. But we'll see. But we know Marlon will make you pay for catching that ball. You may make the catch, but he's gonna make you pay for it. So that leaves the other corner side as questionable. Who's gonna play the slot? But I'm more than happy with Hamilton and Williams as our safety. And I'm also intrigued by the fact that they said Hamilton could sometimes drop into the box and play a linebacker. So, fear the Raven. Fear the bird.
Yeah. One thing I have heard, and I never put any weight on it, and we've never really discussed it. Everybody was saying it was always a problem for the fact that Lamar is not allowed to call audibles. How do you feel about that?
Well, that's gonna change. Gonna change. And Rock, it's funny you bring it up because this is something that was just put in my group that I added you to 3 times and you still haven't joined.
Hello.
Someone brought that up today. Monken is going to give Lamar the latitude and the input to audible and to calls on plays. Lamar didn't have that, and sometimes they weren't good decisions, but a lot of times they were great decisions. The mile high miracle does not happen if Joe Flacco didn't change the play during the play, because he had the Queen's favorite player, Dixon, coming across the middle, open for a first down. But Joe stepped back and hauled that ball deep because he knew Jacoby could field a punt, and that became the Mile High Miracle. That play was not supposed to go to Jacoby.
Did you just say Dixon? As in Ed Dixon? Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. I'm acting like I don't know what you're talking about.
But you can watch the play, you'll see it. He's crossing the middle, coming from left to right, and he's wide open. He's wide open for a first down. With Joe, so drops back and hauls that ball. What was that 55 yards to Jacoby?
He didn't throw it to the right person, because if he's open, or he was going to be open, because Jacoby, But if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. Did the person that was I can't think of the defensive back. Didn't he think he was back as far? He didn't think Joe could throw it that far, so he thought he was back far enough. I thought he said in an interview. Does that sound right?
The safety. Yeah, the safety thought he was deeper than he needed to be.
Right.
To come up to support any completion. But he saw the ball and was on a trajectory to go over his head, and he looked up and saw Jacoby streaking downfield.
See, I would still be mad about that, because I'm like, whatever you think, if a dude runs past you, you just run back there anyway. If it's short, it's short, which makes me think he was hoping for an interception or something. I don't know, but if a guy runs past you, man, you got to go back. That's the only thing that can kill you. Is that touchdown? Thank you. Is he still? Is he still loved in Denver? Is he still? Do they still want him?
Man, that was so long ago. I'm sure that guy's retired by now.
Yeah, if Jacoby ain't playing, then it's got to be. But I just remember standing up in my house when he threw the ball. I just stood up because I'm like, I don't know where this is going. It was at my mom's house, and I stood up, and I'm sure she was like, she's probably watching, Gunsmoke, the Rifleman, or something. And when I yelled, she turned back to see what was going on. That's what my neighbor used to tell me. He's like, yeah, I don't watch the games. I just listen for you, and then I change the channel when I hear you upstairs. I was like, oh, you trying to tell me I'm loud? Yeah, that was like a shot. I was like, he's told me that several times. Like, yeah, I just, I know the game is on, and I'm like, there's no need to watch until I hear you. I was like, that was not nice. Anyway, man, so what you think about Kansas City start on the Ravens? Now that you realize they put him at number 2, you agree with them?
So I want to go over that again, because I'm with Rock. I don't think Pittsburgh should be in the top 10 at all. But I do think Kansas City's 1. I of course I ain't never gonna be mad with us being 2. Cincinnati and Buffalo, to me, I need to see distinction. To me, they're the same team. I don't see a separation to call one of them 3 and the other one 4. They're just too tight.
Wait a minute.
They got to play head to head.
You said Cincinnati and Buffalo? Is that what you just said? You see them neck and neck?
Cincinnati and Buffalo.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me do one thing real quick. Let me read you the teams behind the Steelers and tell me who should take their spot, all right?
Okay.
All right. The Steelers at number 10. So number 11, Cleveland. Should they
I could flip them. I could flip them.
I agree.
Let me go to Broncos, Denver.
That's a big pull. I mean, look, Peyton's going to do some wonderful things, but going up to number 12 from how bad they sucked last year, I don't know about all that.
Well,
it could do it, but you don't know. You just don't know how is Russell Wilson going to play. Was last year an anomaly, or is Russell Wilson just started to decline that badly? Because you got to remember, at the end of his career, Dan Marino just, he didn't go from great to good. He went from great to suck in one season, and he was never the same. And are we looking at the same thing, Russell Wilson, or was this last year an outlier?
Okay, so you would leave them. You wouldn't put the Steelers ahead of behind Denver.
No, you would flip them in Cleveland. I'd make them 11 and make Cleveland 10.
Okay, then everybody else. So we got Denver, we got the Titans, we got the Colts. So I'm thinking Houston and the Colts should be near the bottom. The way it is right now, I'll put the Raiders ahead of them. But okay, you think the way it stands right now, you would put Pittsburgh in last place. For now, it's not nothing you got to hold. Just on paper, right now, they would be.
I don't think it should go to 16, but I don't think it should be top 10.
Huh?
I don't think they should go to 16.
No, I think Pittsburgh could be 11 or 12, but they shouldn't.
Not.
No. I mean, no. In our division, you would go Ravens, Bengals, Cleveland, Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Yeah, top 4. Yeah, our division. Yeah.
Okay. That works. All right, we're gonna follow it. I need to save it, but it's no need to save them. I like comparing them week after week once teams actually start playing. And to be honest, real power rankings for me, it's kind of difficult the first couple of weeks anyway. To me, it seems like 4 or 5, you might be able to get a feel for them because there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on. But hey, I'm in this league where you pick every game. Did I tell you about that?
No.
It's a
I
league.
thought that's the league we do here.
No. This is another one. You actually have to pay, and all you have to do is pick who wins, who loses. Not point. There are no points, no nothing. Just wins and losses. So if you're interested in that, let me know. That's and that's like for the whole season.
What's the cost?
$50.
Okay.
You win 1 week, you get your $50 back.
Right.
There's a lot of people win it. I last year, because it's different. I'll do my picks here, and then I might make adjustments on that league. But then you have more time because we're picking on Tuesday, but you got to have your. So, for example, in that league, the first game is Thursday, right?
Right.
So if you miss Thursday, if you forget to put your pick in, that's a loss basically, right? But you still got your Sunday picks. So if you miss Thursday, no problem. But you don't see all the picks in until if you 1 o'clock Sunday. If you don't have any picks in, you can't pick. 1 o'clock, you got to have them all in. So let's say there's a London game. Let's say you miss that pick. You can still make changes up until just before 1 o'clock. Once 1 o'clock hits, it's over.
Okay.
And the way they break the tie is they take the Monday night game and you pick total points. So it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's very competitive. And woman, it was like a Shelly Lanice Sheila thing going on. She was just dominating. I don't think she won the whole thing, but she won a lot of weeks. And all you wanted, like if you just win 1 week, you break even. And then he still has these things that you can do where if you pick defensive player, this is probably something Yale would be great at. The picks for defensive player, offensive player, coaches to be fired. It's all kinds of stuff. I have to get on. I have to start Googling stuff and then kind of making selections that way. I've actually won a couple bucks sliding those because everybody don't always pick. So if y'all interested in, let me know and I'll give you the dude's name. He does everything by email and there's an app for it. And it's just, it's easy. It's real easy. I love it. You get ready to mix?
No.
Mix master. What you doing?
Nothing. So when is all this done? When all need to be done or do this?
Well, as soon as he sends out info, I'll let you know. He'll start this and he'll start sending out notifications probably end of July, first week of August. It's at least a month before the first game.
Okay.
So I'll let y'all know because he was at the premiere. I could have introduced you. He came out to the movie premiere. And I'm trying to get him in here, man. He's knowledgeable too. He's one of these dudes. He's like Gail. He's always sending text messages of what's going on in sports and all kinds of moves. And then he'll have a conversation with you too. But if that's something you're interested in, I will let y'all know because I'm definitely doing it. And I did great a couple years ago. Last year, not last year, 2 years ago, not last season, but 2 seasons ago, I sucked. I didn't even make the playoffs. In the playoffs, you got to be in the top half, which sounds like I can at least be in the top half. But a couple of bad weeks, and it was all over. And the thing is, what I have learned, and this is what I apply to our top dog tournament, is that I know that there's always upsets every week. You just got to pick the upset. You see Kansas City and they're about to play Houston. That sounds like an easy win, but it's like there's always an upset. So that's what I would do with us. You just have to guess right.
I got a suggestion.
What's that?
How about each one of us put up $2 to go in together and we just make our picks collectively?
What kind of bullshit? You hear Rock trying to save money. You know how many people?
Not you.
So we got to get what? 12 people to put up $2?
Yeah.
We all gonna agree. We can't agree in here.
We would though.
We figure something out. We could do it as a team too, and just give a separate name. What do they care? They just want to collect, and they list the payouts and everything. Man, it's all above board. It's all. I wouldn't suggest it to you if I thought it was anything shady. So he
and we could use the money once we win to go to dinner.
See, that's where you're messing up.
We ever going to go to Texas right now? Are we ever going to settle this?
I think we need to settle it this month. This month. So I tell you what we'll do. I will look. We might as well throw Yale in the top dog group chat.
Okay.
Might as well put him in that.
Whoever the admin is, do it.
Oh, I guess that's me. All right. And then we'll all talk about it. I'll do it tonight. I probably won't remember tonight, so tomorrow is probably more realistic.
And what about Thursday, man? I sent you some info for Thursday.
105.
Thursday.
I don't know if only because I got to get set up. I'm doing a show starting Friday to Tuesday, and if I can get everything together, but I couldn't get anything done. I would love to, and they got a 1:00 game next week too. Wait a minute, they're on the road next week though, aren't they? But you can't make 1:00. Yale needs a weekday, but it has to be in the evening, right, Yale?
Yeah, I do have a job.
So you can make the 6:30 game?
Pretty sure, yeah.
I'm giving away visor shades on Thursday.
Oh, that's why you want to roll? You want to get a souvenir?
Yeah.
Shoot, we can figure something out. 1:00.
105.
Yeah, if I didn't have, I got a meeting tomorrow night. That's what threw me off. I didn't even know about that. And I got a phone call. So I have something to do at 7. Because I could get a lot of stuff done tomorrow. And that will free me up for a few hours on Thursday.
You should really get an assistant.
You can't afford one. I got to get people that love me that'll work for free. And right now, the people that love me ain't going to help me right now. I love you, but you got your own work to do. I see. Yup. Nicole, I miss having my other monitor up here. All right, we'll get ready to break this down, Yale. Are you when's your next time cooking something, bro?
Right now it's looking like 4th of July weekend, even though I have been asked to do some ribs for Father's Day. My old man had a pacemaker inserted, and he's out of the hospital and out of harm's way.
That's
so
good.
we have a little Father's Day thing Sunday. So I'm making some little game.
That's good to hear. Good to hear, man. Because I remember you had said something about that last week. So I'm glad to hear that everything's going so much better. That's always a plus, man. So glad that's working out for you. And so the Queen, if she's listening, she may just have the screen up but the volume down just so I can get some views. But I noticed she didn't say anything about brisket, so she's not listening. You know what I mean?
Word.
Yeah. It's like usually she types that and I'm like, it didn't pop up, so she's watching, but she must have the phone turned down. My guess is it's on, but she's probably playing a game or something on the phone. Look, I'm waiting for a delay. Nothing. Nope. All right, let me do a quick. I'm gonna do a quick score check, but I ain't gonna make the sound effect, Gail. But I'm gonna do a quick check on them Oreos because I don't want you to go looking. Right now, top of the channel 37. It's 37. It's the top. Toronto just scored. It is now 11-3 Oreos. I feel
See, here they come. Here they come. Here they come.
Now Oreos are coming up. Oh no, it's still top of the 8th. I'm sorry, it's top of the 8th. No, I feel I'm all right. I don't know.
Top of the 8th, I mean, we ain't bad.
No, it's the top. We're
they at home? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's still, once it says middle or something, anything other than top. So they're still up, but I cannot see. Let me see. I'm gonna hit a button, y'all. Bear with me for a second. I'm gonna push play by play and see.
Who's turning this game on?
Bro. Yeah, I'm positive of the score. You don't need to, yeah. You don't need to. Oh, they got the little color.
The new uniforms. I want to see that.
I don't. No. They're in fact Trump's pitching. I know you're a Trump supporter. You know what? Anyway, let me pop that up real quick. Anyway, I ain't gonna put that on it. But no, it's like, yeah, Blue Jays are still at bat. It is foul ball. Look, I'm trying to see. It counts 2-2. Top of the 8th. How many outs? Tell me the outs, and then I can get out of here. Walk, fly out. I see 1 out. One. Yeah, 1 out. Run on first. All right, 2-2. Oh, wait, I'm gonna give y'all one more pitch before we go. One more pitch. It is. Oh shucks. It looks like it might be another hit. Let me see. It says in play, no outs. That's not good. Runners on first and third. So dude got a single. Hit it to center field to Aaron Hicks.
I'm seeing a guy on first base.
Nope.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Bruh. Get off your phone.
Varsho is batting.
It's not.
Varsho is.
Well, you.
So we play first and third now. First and third.
I just said that he's actually watching. Well, y'all, you might have to hang up on him, man. You going to?
He's still gonna watch.
Alejandro Kirk.
You have to hang up on him. Wait a minute, let me find what. Do I have something
online? I'm looking.
So need you doing it. I don't need you doing that. I don't need you doing that. Arnold, do we need Yale looking at that?
4-game winning streak or what?
We did till you start following, yes. Arnold says we don't need you watching it, Yale. Man, y'all know I don't have nothing but time on my hands when I look for that. And then look, and I found Shelly's picture, and she didn't come on here today. Wait a minute, the one that she sent, just so you know. So look, I'm gonna give Shelly a shout out real quick since I added it. See, slacking. There you go. You recognize it?
All I see is 2 bald-headed men.
Oh,
right, that's all I see.
You in a delay.
Mm-hmm. And she got on.
You know what? That's not even a good picture, Shelly. That's a beautiful smile.
Well, send me another one. I'll put them side by side. Since she's not even
many pictures of her.
Well, we must be able to find. We can go to a page and pull our own.
Go to fans only.
2 strikes.
Only fans.
No balls.
All right, look.
Yeah, when the only fans are type Raven Lady.
Foul ball. That's 2 strikes right there, gentlemen, and looks like we're in there.
If we'll play Yale, we definitely hanging up on you, and we getting off.
Top of the 8th. And 2-man on.
We don't listen to this.
You got to think. 7. There's a hit.
A base hit.
Base hit, single.
See, that's why Yale got to go. Yale got to go. Look, we getting off the phone.
Scores now 11-4.
No, we getting off the phone. All right, Yale, we got to let you go. I know you got to get off the internet. I'm about to find out what his internet, whatever, yank some cord or claim his bill isn't paid or something. We got to get him off off of there, man. We were doing 8th inning. I gotta find that omen picture of you, man. When you start doing that, I gotta find that omen.
All right, now we got a pitching change. We got Perez is in pitching for Baltimore.
Why is he so hot here?
It's because we gotta hang up the phone. Everybody, we're gonna see y'all next Tuesday. Y'all won't be here next week because he's gonna be in important meetings, and hopefully will not be tracking the Oriole game next week too. Is that fair to say, Yale? You got to pay attention.
Yeah, are they even playing next Tuesday?
No, let's just say no.
No, yeah. They don't play no more until July 2nd.
Right.
I feel like I'm being bamboozled.
June 32nd is the next game.
Yes.
June 32nd. All right, look. Yale, sir. Wait a minute. Let me get my Natty Bow picture all set up because we're getting ready to log off. I like that Natty Bow picture, man. I'm trying to figure out how.
June 20th, we're playing Tampa Bay.
No, you don't need to watch that.
No, they're away at Tampa.
That's an important game.
That's a 6:40 start.
Now I wouldn't mind going to that.
In Tampa?
No. When they play here. When they play Tampa here.
They play Seattle here that next weekend.
That might work. No, I want to go to weekday when we can get in easier on the weekday. But Rock wants the giveaways.
I want a game.
We need to work on that, and we need to get Texas Roadhouse. We're gonna get all of that in real soon. Let me make sure y'all know what y'all watching. Yeah, we're about to roll. Look, everybody, we will be on here next week. Are we announcing our special guests next week, or should we wait?
Wow, wait.
We're gonna wait and make sure. Yeah, you're gonna miss a good one next week, Yale, if things go well. If not, you're gonna miss a good one anyway, because it's us.
Okay.
Quick question. Next week, I want to pull a team that we play against, and I want to go over their schedule. So we've already did the AFC North. We did even though we don't play the Patriots. What team should I look at?
Foul.
I thought he was saying, what team should I pull next week, man, that we look at their
NFC?
Anybody that's on our schedule that we play. You want to?
We do this, Troy. Let's do that. We did the entire AFC, right?
AFC North. We did the North.
So let's do the.
I only want to do teams we play against.
Okay.
Now I don't mind doing. We could do the Chiefs or something if you want to. I don't mind that.
Okay.
It can be
anybody. All right. So preseason prediction is what you're talking about.
Yes, you can have until we start. Let me tell you who
can't be no power ranking.
No, well, if I like it because it was with another team.
Push it together to 2 out. Yeah.
I don't even like him giving us updates. Here's who we play against, just to let you know.
Right.
We got the Texans. You want to look? You care about them? They ain't no problem.
No.
We got the Colts.
No.
We already did the Bengals, Browns, and Steelers. We got the Titans.
Put them to the side.
No problem.
The Lions.
No.
Lions could give us a problem.
No. Whose schedule should we look at? We got the Cardinals. We can talk about Hollywood Brown.
But that's only be 10 minutes of content.
Looking there. 2 strikes, one ball, 1 strike.
He's making me so nervous, man.
We're gonna hang up. Seahawks.
No, because they ain't got nothing excited out there either.
Chargers.
Yeah, 3 out. Left 2 runners stranded.
He's horrible.
Orioles, that's it.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, move your car.
He's just disrespectful.
And then we got Rams, Jags, 49ers, Dolphins.
Jags or the Dolphins.
Now,
Hearn, Hayes, and Dix are due up.
Now I'm all for if you want an NFC team. Who are you thinking of? Like Dallas or somebody?
No, not Dallas. Somebody that's a power team.
Okay, because you know what? When it's all said and done, we can pick them all. Just as something to talk about, man. We can pick any of them.
Yeah, we got time. We got.
So who's next? You want me? You said who'd you say? Jacksonville.
Jacksonville or the Dolphins? No, the Dolphins or
We don't play the Dolphins.
Yes, we do. New Year's Eve
Yeah, I'm sorry.
in Baltimore.
We don't play the Jets. We play the Dolphins.
Right. You see the green color. I know what you did. I've done that before.
I knew it was the team we played last year that was on the come up. That we didn't have to play again this year.
Yeah.
AFC.
So who you said you want the Dolphins or you want
Yes.
the Dolphins? All right, next week we're gonna look at the Dolphins, and plus if I post a logo of another team, that makes people from across the country. And I will say this, and I can't remember her name. Somebody sent me an invite, and it's like Lovers of Lamar Jackson, something like that, right? And she has never been to Baltimore. I think she's in Kentucky, I want to say. Probably has something to do with Louisville or something. But she is now following us and says she's going to catch the show and blah, blah, blah. So her and one other person, but I will say your name specifically. She's on there now. Make sure I try to say names of new people early so they'll tell other people. Anyway, Yale, since Orioles are getting ready to come up and we'll have the lead as we come up. We only got we got 3 more outs to wrap this up, man. 3 more outs in the 9th inning and we win. We shouldn't have to bat again after this. So with that being said, we're about to roll out. Thank you, Yale. Yale ain't focused. I will give a special shout out again to my man and guess who came in tonight, Coach. I'm going to say his name properly for me.
Darnell Dantzler.
Who?
Darnell Dantzler.
Darnell Dantzler.
You said Danza like Tony Danza. My bad. Okay, I misunderstood you. I'm like, Tony Danza. I'm like, wasn't he Who's the Boss? All right. It was refreshing and it was very uplifting to have him in here. And he was fun. He let us have our and he drew. Oh shit! I gotta go. All right, yo, look, we out. We gonna let you Yale. He gonna ruin it for us. Yale, turn off your watch Gunsmoke, Yale. Watch Gunsmoke, man. We out of here, y'all.
Gunsmoke.